All right, let's go.
Yep. All
Yep.
good.
All right, let's dive into it. Welcome to episode 2 of Curse of Strahd, as our party gets ready to approach the infamous Death House. This week we do have all our members, and we will see our newest member in action shortly. All right, I'm going to pull it up in just a second. Bop, 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 bop. But what everyone should be looking at right now is our Tarot reading from Madame Ava. Now, I have put in all of your journals the actual reading you guys got. So those different cards are all symbolizing something different. I know there's a lot of information to take in at once earlier. But here is the lowdown. The first card tells of history, knowledge of the ancient that will help you better understand your enemy. You guys drew the Seven of Coins, which she told you meant that what you seek lies at the crossroads of life and death among the buried dead. The second card tells of a powerful force for good and protection, a holy symbol of great hope. You all drew the Three of Swords, which is the soldier. It said to go to the mountains, climb the white tower guarded by golden knights. The third card is a card of power and strength. It tells of a weapon of vengeance, a sword of sunlight. Madame Ava said she sees a kneeling woman, a rose of great beauty plucked too soon. The master of the marsh knows of whom I speak. This next card, card number 4, was from the high deck. Sorry, give me 1 second. There we go. The next card is from the high deck, which is supposed to shed light on one who will help. Lose my train of thought here. This card sheds light on one who will help you greatly in the battle against darkness. You all drew the Mists card. A Vistana wanders this land alone, searching for her mentor. She does not stay in one place for long. Seek her out at St. Markovia's Abbey, near the Mists. And finally, your enemy is a creature of darkness, whose powers are beyond mortality. The enemy that you now know as Strahd, the vampire. This card will lead you to him. You drew the Artifact, which claimed that he lurks in the darkness where the morning light once shone. A sacred place. Any questions about the Tarot reading from the first session?
No, I don't think so.
I
I'm
remember you
sure as
saying
we.
something about a holy.
What were you
Go
asking
ahead.
about the holy thing?
I remember you saying something about a holy symbol or something like that last time during the Tarot reading.
Yeah, that was the third card. Which was, sorry, I just minimized it for me. That was the Enchanter. Or sorry, no, it was the second card. That's the holy symbol. That was the one where go to the mountains, climb the white tower guarded by golden knights. She didn't tell you exactly what this thing looks like, but it is indeed some sort of like holy symbol that could protect the characters and help you fight Strahd.
Okay.
All right. So, with all that in mind, where we actually left off last time, all of you marched to the village of Barovia, within the country of Barovia, and met, a few, some rather creepy kids there, after seeing a parade of all the dead heroes who have, utterly failed, in the quest to free Barovia, a quest you think might have been, a little more difficult than first imagined. Here are the two kids you guys met, who called themselves Rose and Thorn. They led you all to a nearby house, which, first of all, house looked pretty creepy. But they told you a few facts about it. The first being that they said they heard a lot of like monsters howling there. They said that they think there's a monster in the house, and they were refusing to even go into it. You all said you'd help them. You turned, lovely little Thorns, creepy doll right there. Cast, kind of like a light cantrip on it, made it glow warmingly. Tried to, not entirely successfully, but feed them some platitudes, make them feel a bit better.
Hey, they enjoyed that.
They did, and especially even though they saw through it, the older sister Rose was very grateful that you guys made the effort. So we now actually are going to move to a different map. Now this one map is going to have a few different floors of the house, like on one screen. But I will ping where you guys are going to put down your characters specifically. And this will be our first time using lighting, so I'm going to actually change your tokens to be able to see things. Huzzah!
Ooh, no pressure.
All right, so let's switch you guys over to Death House.
Let's start the adoption paperwork for those 2 kids, because I don't like the idea of them living alone.
Let's take them with you?
Fuck that.
Anybody want to co-parent?
No.
All right, I'm actually going to drag your guys' tokens on for you here. Now, does anybody... I guess we'll go down the list. Agnes, do you have dark vision?
Who's Agnes?
Probably.
Oh, yeah, sorry, I'm Agnes. Yes, I do.
Okay.
Did you change your name?
Yeah.
Yes. In a fit of liquid clarity, I changed my name.
Liquid clarity. All right. Who's next on my order of tokens here? Uhtred, do you, my friend, have dark vision?
I do.
60 feet, I assume.
Yep, I am a half elf.
All right. And as we go through, I'm actually going to save these as your new default tokens. So whenever you drag them out, they will automatically have vision. So if you look over here, Uhtred, you should be able to see some stuff now.
Yep.
Excellent. Thimble.
Yeah, he's a gnome.
All right. Let's get your vision, dark vision. Get that
That's
going.
yes for the orc, by the way.
All right. And Bodovin, do Asmars have it in this? I want to say they do.
I believe so. Can we fix Bodovin's token so he doesn't look so squished?
Yeah, why is Bodovin, did you
Ethan
upload
did
like a
this for me, I
squished
think in a hurry.
version of it?
Hey, Ethan touching shit all the time.
All right, if you give me a hot second,
Yes,
I can
Bodovin
re-upload
is.
it.
I was muted earlier when I was trying to tell you about the dark vision. Yeah, and Bodovin, not all of the Asmar have dark vision, but Bodovin's protector, sub-race sort of thing, has a radiant soul, so he gets the dark vision through that.
All right, I just re-uploaded your token. Let's see if that looks a bit better. Give me one sec. It still looks a little squished. I don't know why. Because it doesn't look that way on anything else I open it on. Well, for now, I'm going to give you vision while we're doing this.
Okay.
And that should be... Give me one sec. Let's make sure... but I'm actually not going to save that as your default yet, just because, we're going to fix it later.
He's stretched.
All right.
He's a stretchy image.
And Ingmar, can you now see? See some stuff?
No.
Down here?
I mean, I see stuff, but yeah, I see that little bit right there, yeah.
Okay, cool. Excellent. All right. Let's get into it then. Is there anything else you want to ask the kids before you go in here? This being kind of like there's a small little gate that you can push open. It's like a wrought iron gate before the double doors.
Yeah, we don't have Nate on board.
I'm here.
He's here.
On the board?
Been here.
Oh, yeah, you're on the board. Who are we missing? We've only got 4.
Well, one of your friends you have not
Oh,
met
you're missing
yet.
me. You're missing Agnes.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Oh, sorry.
I'm sorry. Yeah, that Sorry, I drew a blank on that. Yeah, so I think here's what I would like to do. I certainly wouldn't, or Uhtred certainly wouldn't rush in.
Okay.
I would like to do some probably recon around the house,
Yeah.
to see what I could see. But I guess in character, I would probably say, "Hey, Thimble, you mind having a chat with the children here? If you can tell what's got them so spooked." Ingmar,
Oh, they scare the shit out of me.
could you possibly maybe
Scare the shit out of me.
Ingmar, can you maybe take a listen, see if anything's calling out to you? Both of it. Maybe you and I could take a walk around the house, see if anything looks out of place.
Yeah, I think I would like to stick close to you.
Here you go. Got them on the
I'm
map.
kind of creeped out here.
Pop out of nowhere.
Oh, those kids didn't settle your nerves? Why? They look so friendly.
Not at all. Actually, they're tieflings, right?
Oh no, they're human.
They're
What?
human? Oh, the images look like tieflings.
Oh yeah, it's not great. No one in Barovia like looks good.
Okay.
Because they don't get any sunshine.
Yeah.
Turn up the nose. and
Like
get
this
vitamin D.
is. I don't think I showed you guys this image last time. This is like the default image to explain what Barovians are like.
Yeah.
Looks like my in-laws.
They're not. Touche. Yeah, they're not doing so hot. Centuries of no sunlight will do that to you.
So yeah, I think I mean that makes sense. We have Thimble talking to the kids.
Sure, and pick either left or right. You can kind of just start moving your token around the building. If you want, I can save you a little bit of time in that there's only going to be one section with windows. Would you like me to bring your token kind of around that side?
Yeah, I mean if you want to do that, that's fine.
Okay, so you kind of
That'll give Thimble a little bit more time give Thimble a little bit more time to RP with the kids, and then Ingmar, give him a chance to do his stuff.
All right, so give me 1 sec. I'm actually going to remove some blocks here. You can see into this room up here. Let me ping you over there. Okay.
Mhm.
So, first of all, give me a are you trying to do this sneakily? First of all.
I'm being cautious, but because we don't know exactly what we're up against, I wouldn't be like diving through the bushes and stuff like that.
Yeah. Oh, fair enough. I would say just give me a stealth check as you're moving around the outside here.
With or without advantage?
Do you have a skill that gives you advantage on stealth?
No, but I mean, ideally, no one knows we're here, right?
No one knows you're here yet,
good.
but well, I mean that you know of.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna say just flat roll. No disadvantage, no advantage. 12. Okay, you got 12. And then following that, give me a perception check as you kind of walk the outside.
Oh Jesus!
I mean, you don't notice a lot as you do a perimeter sweep of the house, but I will say, even on a nat 1, you have eyes. You can see into this room up here.
Right.
So what you're looking at there is clearly a dining room. The centerpiece of this wood panel dining room is a beautiful carved mahogany table surrounded by 8 high-backed chairs. They look cushioned. You also can see that there is like a beautiful, crystalline chandelier over the table. There is silverware, like literal, like made of silver around the plates. Beautiful, like crystal goblets. And immediately without a perception check, you can tell like it's all sparkling. It's not dusty or anything like that. But with that perception check, that's kind of all you notice in this room. Although you would find it, I would think, just a little bit odd at how clean and sparkly all this stuff looks, given the outside of the house that you saw.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. So it's looking like the inside of the house doesn't match the outside of the house, right?
No, this room looks very fancy. Let me double back over to the other page. But basically, this one house is like that iron gate at the front is like rusted. The doors look like the doors look like they haven't been touched in decades, and most of the windows, except the ones in this back room, are like boarded up.
Okay. So I would think that would be a bit curious, but I'm not big on magic, so I would return to the rest of the group.
Okay.
Kind of give them a rundown of what I saw. Let them know that it seems like something is definitely off. But if one of them, whoever feels the most comfortable, maybe do like a detect magic or something like that to see what see what they see.
Yeah. If someone has detect magic, they're more than welcome to kind of give that a quick scan. Does anyone have that spell?
Negative.
Yeah, I guess if you kind of look over at Bodovin, he just is like, I don't really know all the magic I can do, and I don't really know that one at all, so.
Fair enough.
Ingmar, but you seeing anything there on your side?
Ingmar.
See, fellas, he's just so excited that he's lost his
he
voice.
just said like a second ago that someone's at his front door. He's clearly he's blown away by the setting.
I gotta go, guys. The police are here.
I guess Thimble will go up to Rose and Thorn. Like,
It's probably the
very
two children at his
hesitant.
front door.
Hello.
Oh God.
You guys are you guys going in there? Or?
Hey, so have you guys been in there before?
Yeah, that's where we grew up.
Yeah, when was the last time you were in there?
I don't know, a couple days ago.
Hey, what kind of? You said there's monsters in there?
We don't know what it looks like, but we heard terrible howls.
Howls. Okay. Do you have parents or anyone that lives with you in the house?
Yeah, our parents are away right now, but our parents are Gustav and Elizabeth Durst. Oh, and there's, of course, he's in there right now. Our parents just stepped away for a few hours, but there's a baby, Walter, in the nursery on the 3rd floor.
There's a baby.
Mm-hmm.
Walter. Fuck.
Give me
All by himself.
I'm gonna say the rest of you guys are kind of focused on this house right now. Thimble, you turned your back to the house to look at these kids. Give me a perception check.
If I can find it. There we go.
I love how the gnome's just like, fuck.
Okay, so Thimble, as you kind of look over the kid's shoulder, you realize something kind of concerning. That ever-present mist that's in Varizia, and that is especially thick at its borders, is closing in on you guys. Row by row, the houses are kind of like vanishing in the mist. You think if you guys stay out here much longer, the mist is going to swallow you, too.
Does the mist usually act like this, guys?
Are you asking the kids?
Yes.
I guess so. I mean, Barovia's, it's got the mist.
Does anything bad happen when the mist shows up, or is it just that's normal here?
Oh, like a lot of bad stuff, yeah.
Shit. What? So why do you guys leave the baby alone by itself?
We heard howling and we ran out. We were scared.
Was it coming from the baby's room?
Rose shakes her head. She's like, "No, it was. It sounded like it was coming from the basement. Mom and Pa keep it trapped in the basement."
What do they keep trapped in the basement? What is it?
I don't know. Like I said,
they're
big?
children. Is it small?
like I said, we never seen it. We just heard it howling. Sometimes the howls sound different, I guess.
Huh. Is there
Perhaps we should
anything-
just enter and see what we can find.
Hey, you're not here. Go away.
Yes, I am. I am back.
Do you have? Oh, now that you're back, does Ingmar have detect magic?
Yes.
Well,
It's like one of the few divination spells that he
That was
has.
a long pause. Okay. I
I was drinking
believe-
something and I didn't want to slurp. I thought it'd be rude.
You're fine. Uhtred, I believe you were
would have
asking
been
him
rude.
about kind of scanning the house.
Yes. I mean, it just makes sense if we get the magic user. Yeah, and I already asked him previously, but obviously the orc ears aren't as sharp as elf ears. Ingmar, do you
Nor
mind?
is our brains.
You mind taking a listen? See if
Self-deprecating.
anything from the house is calling out to you.
Considering I could barely listen to you, I will do my best.
All right. So detect magic. Sorry, just double
Just
reading. 'Cause
imagine
I was
he's, like,
picturing the Pathfinder
As
version.
close. Yeah, imagine he's just as close to.
So are you going like right up to the front door or stopping at like that little the rusted iron gate?
Probably going up to the front door as close as I can safely.
Okay. Okay.
As
Yeah.
long
I
as
mean,
those
you can
doors
you
are
can
closed,
go
yeah.
right up there. Doors are closed.
Yeah.
All right. So you got
Are you
about
going to use your
30
cards
feet
for this
out.
whole thing?
My what?
Your cards, are you going to use them in your detect magic spell?
You'll see, like, he uses his cards in his hands as the tool that he channels through.
Yeah. You
So
kind
when
of
he
like
casts magic, you'll see the cards kind of light up with a blue-purple aura, almost
yeah.
like smoke.
you see he almost like flicks a
And
card
he just
up
like
in a
shuffles
flourish.
them and
Like puts one over one eye and it like glows as you like scan through the walls. All right, so you get let me just measure you because you get 30 feet from there. Okay. From where you are not detecting any magic.
Can I do
Well,
I will say, as you guys are like scanning this, that mist is like continuously getting closer.
I detect nothing of magic within these within the walls, from what I could tell.
Well, I don't like going inside, but I think getting inside is dealing with whatever's in there is going to be preferable to staying out here in the mist. Also,
yeah,
can I do it?
Bodwin walks up to Ingmar and asks him, how long does this detect magic spell last?
I can concentrate for up to 10 minutes, apparently. So as long as I hold my concentration, I don't know exactly how that works in 5e, to be honest with you, but
Basically, unless like if someone like hits you or if something like adverse happens to you to distract you, you have to make a check to keep your concentration going.
okay.
It's usually
Well-
the main time
Well-
it'll happen is if someone hits you, in which case you make a con check, a Constitution save, to see if you can like keep focusing on the spell.
As long as I am able to concentrate, I can keep it on for quite a while.
All right. The
Bodwin
two,
says, great, and opens the front door and just nicely ushers Ingmar inside and says, well, let's go check things out.
you swing that door open into this entryway. If you guys want to move yourselves in there, the two kids they say like. They like can't. They're like no matter what you guys say, they're like, "Ooh, we're not passing the doors."
Can I do an insight check on them, see if they're bullshitting me?
Oh yeah, go for it. Let's give me 1 sec.
Okay.
Because their stat isn't linked to their token right now. There we go. Doop-a-doop-a-doo.
Remember, for you two, for Thimble and Uhtred, you both have one Bardic Inspiration going.
Okay, they don't have a macro for this, so I'm gonna roll on my dice tower in real life.
What was
Um,
Bardic?
That insight check, Thimble is, it's close. So Thimble is looking at them, and like, they definitely don't want to come inside, but like, this whole thing seems a little rote. like ROT, like they've memorized it, or maybe they've said all this before and it's happened before.
Listen here, you little shits. What are you not telling us?
What are you doing? Why'd you call my brother a shit?
You shits, both of you.
You're a
What-
shit.
Tell me everything that's going on with this house right now, and I'm gonna try to make an intimidation check.
Okay, give me an intimidation check on them.
Fuck. He's like pointing his finger up at them.
The mist washes over that front porch that they're on, but before the mist washes over it, you lose sight of them. They seem to vanish.
Damn it. Guys, I think these two kids are full of shit. I think we're in a trap.
Yeah, Bodovin's feeling like we've been deceived a little bit as well. And so in, a need to feel a little more protected, he looks over at Ingmar and touches his chest and says, while you're inside, look out for yourself. And his hand begins to glow, and he casts protection from good and evil on him.
Hell yeah, just kind of like lightly glow of your magic flares up.
Oh, but the hell with the rest of us, right?
Well, I can only cast it for one person at this
Oh,
time.
it's fine.
Additionally, as
And
you
might
cast
as well
that
protect
spell,
the bard.
the front doors close behind you guys. Not only that, a bunch of oil lamps hanging from the wall kind of flare up, lighting the room. You're in this kind of very nice entranceway, like a foyer. There's like stylized coats of arms. There's portraits of what looks to be like kind of like very fancy aristocratic people. And at the other end are just these double doors made of like solid pieces of mahogany.
All right, fellas. Whether we agree with it or not, we've already set this in motion. So the only way to get out of here, I'd imagine, is just to walk straight in. Uhtred says as he pulls his short sword and kind of has it at the ready.
As you pull your short sword, you hear this like creaking and groaning of boards in the house, almost as if it was in response to that weapon, because none of the rest of you moved your feet.
Yeah, Bodovin hears that. and
Yeah.
turns
So I would
to
definitely
Uhtred
take
and says- Bodovin says, let the monster hunter lead the way.
All right, and what? Sorry, what did Uhtred say as he hears that?
No, I was just gonna kind of look back just to kind of make sure that everyone else noticed that too.
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was like not subtle. It was very evident.
All right. I will. I'll take point.
Push those doors right on open.
Yeah. So what I'd like to just gently push the doors open. I don't want to go waltzing
Yeah.
in.
You can like slowly push them open. They do creak, however. Just this almost sounds like a person in pain more than a door. But you do find yourself in this main hall. If you step in, you'll kind of see a little bit more of it on display. Seems to run the width of the house. The fireplace on your left there is made out of like giant slabs of black marble. Mounted on the wall above the fireplace is a long sword with a windmill worked into the hilt, kind of engraved. The wood-paneled walls are ornately sculpted with images of vines, flowers, nymphs, satyrs. As you are entering the room, go ahead and give me a perception check, just kind of on the room in general. 23, that's a makeup for the nat one earlier.
Yeah, there we go.
As you look at these, like, very typical, even, back in Daggerford, like, this is kind of what a, noble house would have, these decorations. And then you look deeper into the paneling. All those, like, satyrs and, like, flowery things are interspersed with subtle serpents and skulls, skeletons, too. You
Certainly
can
seems
see.
like there's.
Go ahead.
I was going to say, it certainly seems like there's something's a little bit more sinister going on here.
All right. As part of that perception check, so first of all, you can see there's like a little door here, which looks to be more of like a closet type door. Obviously, we have this big staircase, still wood paneling, kind of going all the way around the staircase. But you also hear, and you guys have explorer mode on now, so the rooms you've cleared, even when you're not looking at them, will appear gray.
Okay.
But while they're gray, I can move stuff around. You guys can't necessarily see stuff. But as you are entering this main room with that loud creak, our friend Agnes, you hear that noise and come to. You have your hands bound behind you and your feet bound together, but your mouth is unobstructed. What do you do? If you're there, you're muted, I think, on the Discord. Alright, well, when he comes back, we can do that as well. But I'll say,
So while we're waiting on,
sorry, yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say while we're waiting on that, I'd like to, maybe take a closer look at the fireplace, especially like the long sword.
Yeah, sure.
Just to see if there's anything that I could maybe ascertain about that. And then I'm going to ask the others what if they make anything of it. Because you said there was a windmill in the hilt or the pommel.
Yes.
Would any of us know what it is? That emblem?
I think some of you guys, if you looked at those like stony-faced aristocratic portraits in the entry hall, some of their clothing seemed to be stitched with that same symbol.
You know what that symbol means?
Not, I would say you
A
could
family crest.
Yeah, you would assume it's some sort of family crest, but probably not one that's very well known outside of Barovia.
All right, cool. I'm back, guys. Sorry, I had some technical difficulties here.
No worries. I was just saying, like, you hear their, like, as they're searching the other room, Agnes comes to and your hands are tied and your feet are tied together, but you are not gagged, and you can hear people kind of searching the room
What the
above.
heck? Hello? Is anybody there?
You guys hear a voice coming from the store over here.
Uhtred, I do believe I hear someone through this door. Hello?
Bordovan, do me a favor, fella.
Hello? Guys? Somebody?
Yep, Bordovan.
Yeah, what favor can I do for you, buddy?
Pay a little bit of attention to that sword right there. If there's anything you can see out of it.
Where am I?
Norman's not very knowledgeable for this kind of thing, but he sees that Uhtred wants some help, so
Yeah.
he asks Uhtred for a bolt or an arrow, and then illuminates the tip of it and says, "Here, take a better look," and hands the arrow back.
I would say while they're investigating the door and stuff, if you guys want to make a specific perception check on that sword, you can do that too.
Yeah, because I was thinking like, well, I guess one of the things I was looking for is maybe like if we pick it up or something like that, is it gonna open, like if it'll open anything up? Or
like secret
maybe do
bookcase
something
type
with
of
the
shit.
fireplace. Yeah.
I would say with that 15, that Bodovin's pretty confident that it's just a longsword.
That roll was actually just for something else. That I actually rolled a 5 on that roll.
Oh, okay. Then you're not really sure, but I would say with the 19, Uhtred, you're confident that it's
He's
just
like,
a
it's
longsword.
really shiny.
It's definitely well made, but it's not like silvered or anything too fancy.
Okay. So we are focusing on the voice that's coming from this room here. So I'd like to put I'm kind of put my ear to the door, just to see what I can hear on the inside here.
Yeah, you can definitely hear who you'll soon to meet, Agnes, just like, "Hello, are you guys there?" Who is that?
So as Agnes,
Yeah.
you hear me kind of thumping around on the ground, struggling around and trying to get out of whatever's holding me back here.
Right.
Something that would, before you go in, something that would concern you, Agnes. You got lost here in the mist and somehow woke up at this spot. You were hunting werewolves, and this room is filled with like numerous stuffed wolves.
All right, now I'm freaking out a little bit as Agnes here. So yeah, you kind of hear my voice starting to raise a little bit, and I'm kind of getting a little panicky because kind of helpless in here. So
Yeah, it starts climbing a few.
whenever you guys
octaves.
want to, whenever you guys want to come in, help yourselves. Kind of need some help.
Clearly, he needs some help.
I
don't
But,
trust
Open
him.
the door.
let's do this. Let's give this room a little. Let's give this this door a little bit of room here. Igmar, Bodovan, if I could get you guys to back up across the other side of the room for me, please. Thimble, take up position right there in that the corner there. Just slide over a bit.
Ooh, I'm excited to see this.
All right. So what I'm going to do, what I'd like to do, is kind of just force the door open, but just kind of move out of the way. So if anything comes rushing out, it'll hopefully just move into an empty space here versus just like setting on like attacking one of us.
Gotcha. Okay. So you kind of like quickly like bang the door open, throws open inward, hits the wall. You take a step back, but nothing rushes out at you. Although you do get this like really quick glance in there as you're throwing it open. Looks to be some sort of like hunter's den. There's like those 3 stuffed wolves. You can see there's like some padded chairs, some animal furs draped on over some of the wood chairs. I'd say that's about all you see as a quick glance. But I'd say you do probably see him, like somebody is wriggling around on the floor, tied up.
Okay. All right. So with that, I would slowly advance in.
Okay.
I'd like to hold this position here so that I can get a better view of the
whole
room.
Okay, so now that you're kind of standing there, you're getting a bit more of a stable view. You can see there are 2 padded chairs by a fireplace, draped in animal furs. There's that oak table in the bottom left. It seems to be supported by like an empty wine cask. It's not nearly as nice as the dining room you saw. Definitely more of like a rustic feel. There is a chandelier hanging above the table. And you can see there are 2 cabinets against the wall, one immediately in front of you, one to your left as you're coming in the door. They both are locked by a heavy padlock, but it looks like maybe there's like some hunting supplies in there. Perhaps most importantly, you see this man tied up on the floor. Agnes, would you like to kind of describe what you look like a little bit?
What I look like?
Yeah.
Well, I haven't looked at myself in the mirror for a little while. I've been kind of wandering around out in the mist for a bit, but I assume I'm a very very attractive middle-aged dwarf. It's got
Very attractive. That's key.
rather tall for rather tall for my stature, but a little bit on the shorter side as well. With a auburn beard and auburn hair,
Cool.
and rather stunning outfit, and quite an assortment of weapons and stuff. So on a side note, for some reason my character sheet isn't pulling up in here. I just had I think I might have lost internet connection.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Sometimes Roll20 is a bit laggy too. I'm also gonna make. Can you guys see each other's health right now? Except for his. I can see everybody's, but
Yeah,
I can't see Bodovin's.
okay.
I can't see Bodovan.
Give me.
Yeah, give me about 2 seconds, and I'm gonna go check my router here.
Okay. Well, while he does that, I'm gonna make sure you guys can all see each other's health and know what's up.
Okay. And
And my
kind of
map is
as
being a little bit janky. Like whenever I scroll in or whenever I zoom in, I lose my scroll wheel to the side. I can't move it up and down.
Oh, interesting. That happens to me sometimes on Roll20. I would say just refresh it. That usually fixes it.
Let's call technical support and do it live.
Yeah, we'll send him an
Call
email
Roll20
and then,
right
like,
now.
just stream the 3 weeks it takes to get a response with a trouble ticket number, and then stream the next 3 weeks as we wait for them to say that they couldn't do anything about it.
Have you tried turning it off and on again?
That's actually
Can
what
we
happened
close
to my
your trouble ticket
router.
now?
A breaker switched in my house here in this murder house. So
The breakers in Murder House have gone off. That was actually the creaking
Yeah,
noise
they're
you
terrible.
heard earlier.
yeah, give me a couple everything to boot up, and my Roll20 should be back on.
Alright, I'm about halfway through making sure you guys can see each other's health. Give me 1 second.
And can we see, like, we can see Agnes is, like, restrained or something in this room?
Yeah, you can see Agnes in there. Also, I am linking your health
Okay.
to your sheets, so like whenever you change it, even if we switch maps, you can maintain what health you are on.
Well, kind of as Uhtred, like, cleared us back, you know, and very strategically opened the door to clear the room, Bodavin was, like, standing back and was like, ooh, this is very exciting. And then the door kind of opened and there wasn't a whole lot of action. And so we just see this guy, you know, kind of restrained. So Bodavin is kind of going to stroll into the room, and as Uhtred is kind of checking stuff out, Bodavin's going to start touching random items around the room and just illuminating them to
Just putting on
kinda
like
check-
cantrips. Okay, you touch like
Yeah,
some
yeah.
Whoa,
every-
hands off, buddy.
you touch some wolf teeth that start glowing. You touch like one of the padlocks, it starts glowing too.
Yeah.
You
I'm
touch
just
some of your
trying to
friends
get-
like pockets.
So
yeah, you get the picture.
so Bodavin, are you doing that in the room you're in, or the room we just went into?
So, like, I want to move my guy yet, really, but I would say, you know, I'd be about here. You know, I kind of just saunter in past you and start lighting everything up so we can take a better look.
Yeah,
Kind
so
of
I think-
nonchalantly, maybe a little bit naively as well.
All right,
yeah, so I think
can everyone see each other's
whenever he-
health now? That should be good for everybody.
Yeah.
yeah, we're good now.
Okay, cool.
So I think as he starts doing that, I'm gonna grab his hand and try and stop him as quick as I can, you know, and I'll say, "Whoa, what the fuck are you doing, Angel Face?"
I'm just trying to help you see.
Ah, yeah, I see that. My eyes work pretty well. Do you mind doing me a big favor?
Okay.
Get the fuck out of here, huh?
Get the fuck out of here.
Bodavin says, just walk with the light. And kind of.
As you say that, some of the
step
light
in.
places you touch, like the wolves' teeth and stuff, just go out.
Whoa. Okay. Hey guys, why don't you guys get me out of here? You know, I can kind of help you guys. We can talk about this later. Let's get out of this room though. This is kind of creeping me out. So
I will say now that you guys are in there, or especially where Bodavin's standing, you can see one of the cabinets is empty. The other one has a rack of crossbows in it. A heavy crossbow, a light crossbow, a hand crossbow, and about 60 bolts. 20 for each weapon. But it is locked.
See.
Does anyone move to that, or move to untie the guy asking to be untied?
I mean, if no one's moved to him yet, we're bad people. So
yeah, you guys.
I will
are
go
really
in.
working up.
I'll kind of bypass everyone and untie him.
Okay.
Yeah, Bodavin was trying to help and then he got yelled at. by,
Ingmar,
like,
you
the
you
main
untie him
monster.
pretty quick. Most of your gear, or all of your gear, Agnes, is very creepily like leaning up against this stuffed wolf next to you.
Oh, so
Hey,
somebody
dude.
stripped me down then before they tied me up here. You guys want to give me a couple minutes to, you know, get dressed here, and I'd really appreciate that.
Yeah, I'd say you probably have your armor on still, but like your weapon and like some of your gear is over there.
Oh, okay, right on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Please.
I'd like to move to the area that you were talking about here, and but with the wolves that are stuffed, I'd look at Thimble, and I'd kind of ask him. I know these aren't typically the type of beast you're normally interacting with. Is there anything you can tell from these fellas?
Can I do a nature check?
Yeah,
Or
you
what-
can do a
what
nature
would that
check
be?
on these wolves. These are certainly local wolves from Barovia. They're not dire wolves. They are most assuredly like non-magical regular wolves that have been stuffed.
No, they're
Hey,
regular
so
wolves.
That being said, remarkably good condition for a boarded up house.
so this is Agnes, and I know I'm kind of new to the party here, but I don't know if you guys would mind if I kind of maybe uh, threw out a detect magic spell out there. I kind of know a couple tricks. I'm not sure if you guys have done that already in here, but maybe we could see if there's anything else we need to know.
Ingmar's kind of trolling the detect magic, but I think we could always use as much as we could get.
You can always double up. I'm just measuring away from your characters to get 30 feet there.
Yeah, I mean, I can definitely hold off on it as well. I'm just trying to help you guys. You guys kind of got me out of a tight bind here, so
Is it a spell slot?
it is. So I can only do it, once or twice a day. So
I would probably save it since we have one running right now.
Fair enough.
So I'll
Can
be
I
honest
do
right
a-
now. I'm just waiting for these wolves to like come to life and just start wailing on us.
Oh yeah, me too.
Can I do a perception check on these the cabinet with all the crossbows
Wait, did
in
you
it?
say you're wailing on the cabinet to open it?
No. I want to do a perception
Oh,
check.
perception check on. Okay.
Everything
What
in
else
here
were
is
you?
creepy.
Someone said they were wailing on something.
No, yeah, that's what I was saying. I'm just waiting for these wolves to like come to life and just start wailing on us.
You're kind of like got your weapon ready as you look at them. They don't seem to be making any moves yet. The cabinet, basically, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's exactly what was described. Doesn't appear to be anything more. You think you might need like some thieves' tools to pick it. You could try to break the cabinet open, but you would risk breaking some of the bows. The bows and like bolts all look in very workable condition, though.
Hmm.
Luckily for you, I've got some thieves' tools, but you have to ask nicely.
Freeze.
Yeah. So yeah, I'd turn over to turn back to Thimble. Show him the set of tools that I have.
Okay.
Works for me.
Um,
What kind of check is that?
It is a dexterity check if you are wielding the tools.
Mm.
Oof.
I've got a 2 dexterity.
Um,
What do you got?
Yeah, so you would click the dexterity, not the dexterity save, is the difference. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
Although for some
a
of you, it
little bit
might
of-
be the same value.
A little bit of meta. But I mean, if you don't feel comfortable with it, toss them back and
Yeah, I'll do it.
All right, give it a whirl.
Break-
Hit that.
break my
dex.
Alright.
tools.
Give this a go.
He's going to be jamming them like in
Oh, there we go.
That is a dexterity save, not a dexterity check, though. Is it the same value for both
It's
your
the
things?
same.
Okay,
Yeah,
then
they're
then
both
I'll
two.
allow it. That's fine. Yeah,
Okay.
it takes you like a few seconds. Just you kind of insert a rod to kind of like hold everything in place. Take the other, start kind of one by one hitting the tumblers. And lock comes open. Cabinet's open.
He's got
Uchi's
here's
gonna
those
look a
fingers,
little bit-
back, small hands.
Yeah, Utra's gonna look a little bit
Small
a little bit surprised at how naturally he
Oh
did
yeah,
that.
it looked very efficient how he did it. All right, so you guys, if you want to take it with you, there is a heavy crossbow, light crossbow, a hand crossbow, and 20 bolts for each weapon.
Well, obviously, Thimble's going to take the heavy crossbow.
Hilarious. Please do. Let's see. So the heavy crossbow. Let me just double check what die that is. A hand crossbow is a D6. The light crossbow, I believe, is a D8, and the heavy crossbow is going to be a D10 of damage.
Do I
Oh,
take
wow.
a penalty for, not that it matters, but do I take a penalty for it being heavy and him being small?
It has the heavy property, which I believe. Well, first of all, it's 18 pounds, so I don't know what percentage of your carrying capacity that is, because I think small people have a lower carrying capacity.
Strength is a -1.
I would say you'd probably struggle using this then.
Okay.
He's
He's
definitely
still winging it around.
the lighter crossbow or the hand crossbow would be a bit better, since this has the, let me see, the heavy weapon property. All small creatures have disadvantage on attack rolls with heavy weapons. So you could use it. You would just have to roll twice and take the worst result if you use the heavy one.
Oh no, it's happening.
Okay,
it's absolutely hilarious.
You see Thimble like hand kind of like run down the first two crossbows. They're like, they're hung in order of size. Get to the last one and just like kind of like struggle to pull it off the hook, almost like drop it to the floor, and just like lift it back up, and you can see it's kind of like the end of it's wobbling for sure.
Yeah, I'd see that and I would smirk and I'd just I'd say, I'd have been disappointed if you went with the lighter one.
Hell no.
Does anyone
I
want
see something to-
the other two, or just kind of, if you don't actually use them, you can just mark them down in inventory to sell them later if you would like.
I have crossbow already. I have no need.
Fair enough.
Bodovin, Agnes?
Agnes, yeah, I'll take one here. I'll just.
So your choices are the hand crossbow, which is kind of like a little pistol-looking crossbow, or the light crossbow.
Yeah, I'll take the light crossbow.
Right? I believe that's one of the default compendium things, so you can actually search that in my compendium, just drag it onto your sheet.
My friends here, while I appreciate us doing a little shopping, I believe we have more important things to worry about at this point in time. Perhaps we can look at other stuff later. Let's figure out what's actually in here and what tied up Dwarf.
I agree with the arc. Maybe we could start to slowly egress from the room, huh?
I am unsure
Come on.
egress, but let's leave.
Oh, is that not a
I've had
period appropriate
egress
term?
one time before. It was good.
Now's the good time to split the party, right? One go upstairs, one goes down.
Oh yeah.
The chimney.
Just gonna lay on the couch and go to sleep here.
Yeah.
Is there anything else of note on the in this room here?
Nothing of note in this room, but Thimble, you hear very distantly. It's like the sound of a baby crying coming from far above you. No one else hears it.
What the fuck?
Did you guys hear that hideous sounding baby? It sounds like he's in trouble.
There's a baby on board.
Fuck you, baby.
I don't think he'd tell anyone. I think he'd be like, what the fuck? I don't like this place, guys.
I'll go check it out.
All right. I mean, you guys would know
Clearly,
that the kids did say
if
that
they're-
Walter the baby was on the third floor.
If there is child in here, we should try to help.
All right. So you guys have we've got closet you didn't look in, two doors over here, and a door that from your earlier scouting trip, Uhtred, you would know leads into the dining room. You'd probably assume that this top door of the pair leads to the dining room as well.
Okay.
Gotcha. Also understand that I'll have like detect magic on for as long as I can until
Yes,
something happens. So
you
if
certainly have not
something
lost
pops
it yet.
up, let me know. Okay. Just let me know if something.
Yeah, I'm measuring it
Triggers
kind of
it.
as you go here.
Okay.
Anything of note on the stairs here?
Apart from those creepy carvings, no. But the stairs don't go down, which you know that they said the monster should be in the basement. Yet these stairs don't go down, and you're on the first floor.
It's a bit curious.
They do go up to the second floor though.
It's a bit curious. The children outside said that the monster was in the basement. Got the stairs. They only seem to lead up. Must be another point somewhere.
Yeah, there is this little door right here.
Do you want that one is not
What?
locked if you want to open it.
Let us grab child before we go after the monster.
Fuck, these creepy ass kids, dude. All right, let's go.
So, Thimble, do you open that door before you guys are going upstairs then, or are you kind of done down here?
He's kind of done for now.
Okay. In In that case, give me 1 second. I'm going to drag you guys to a different part of this map that's divided by the lighting. As you guys find yourself on the 2nd floor, over this way. Whoops. Yeah, there we go. Okay. This is the upper hall. Again, oil lamps light as you enter this room. And hanging above the mantelpiece over on the left side of the room here, you see a truly massive family portrait of what it says are the Durst family. You see the two parents you haven't seen before, two smiling children, very obviously Rose and Thorn, and cradled in the father's arms is a swaddled baby, which the mother seems to be regarding with hints of scorn. Standing suits of... Go ahead.
I'm sorry, go ahead, please.
Standing suits of armor flank the wooden doors to the above, north and south here. Each suit of armor clutches a spear and has a visor helm shaped like a stylized wolf head. The doors are carved with dancing youths. And you see the red marble staircase that started on the 1st floor continues up in another spiral from here to get to the 3rd floor, which is where they said the baby was. Give me a perception check, and then while they're rolling that, what is Uhtred's question?
I was just ask, any idea how old that photo is?
I would say.
Could you do a history check?
I don't think it would be a history check. I'm gonna say that would be an investigation check on the portrait. 10's not gonna get you much right here. But the 18 and 23 are going to reveal 2 more facts. One...
What about the 2?
The 2, you're still thinking about, you're kind of scanning with your magical eyes, a little spaced out, and you're like, I wonder what was in that closet we didn't open.
I wonder what's for dinner.
Do you think that kitchen still works? But the 18 from Agnes and the 23 from Uhtred... First thing you guys notice, much like the wooden paneling, these doors have more hidden in their carvings than just dancing youths. The youths aren't dancing. They are fighting off swarms of giant bats. Additionally, you guys can feel, those who got the high perception check, you notice as you kind of get on this landing and look at the spiral staircase continue upward, it is noticeably colder. The air coming from above you from the 3rd floor. And then if you want to investigate that portrait, that would be an investigation roll.
Okay. So I think because go
ahead. You're good.
I think because Uhtred is a vampire hunter and he's used to dealing with things that are pretty sneaky. I think he's gonna be he's a little bit overly cautious about stuff. I don't know the exact background of everybody else, but there's gonna be some things that he does that may seem like, I don't know, maybe he's burning too much time or just may seem pointless to the other people. But he's one of those guys that wants to make sure that he covers all of his bases and he doesn't leave anything unchecked, because what he doesn't want to do is get into some type of skirmish and have to fall back and then kind of runs back into another set of dangers or something dangerous, right?
Gotcha.
So I would like to investigate the photo of the picture just to see if I can tell how old it is. But while I'm doing that, I'll turn to the group. Any of you fellas are meleeers?
Well, I guess I can kind of take a hit, maybe more than some folks in this group. But I kind of feel bad, after the adrenaline of being tied up and stuff like that. It's beginning to wear off. What are we doing here? The last thing I remember was, kind of hunting werewolves there, and when I encountered some mists, and I can't help but notice an uncanny amount of wolves and wolf-like armor, in this house, and I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of freaking me out, but
we are hunting babies.
Awful. As you say
We
that,
hunt child.
as you say that, almost a little jokingly, it's hard to detect exactly where. But for the briefest moment, Ingmar, you ping a little bit of magic. Seems to be coming from somewhere north of you guys, so in like the upper room, upper rooms.
All right.
While you guys are doing that, though, go ahead and give me that investigation roll from Uhtred on the picture.
I'd like to take the weapons from these suits of armor here, if we can. I'd like to get someone just kind of taking the weapons and just throwing them down the stairs.
They are kind of like bolted to them. It would be a strength check to kind of just like pry them out of the hands. But first of all, with that 8, you look at the portrait. It looks like, first of all, it was painted like yesterday.
Okay.
Second of all, as you look at it, for a brief second, the father's eyes look at you and then flick to the left, looking at this door up above you, and then revert to where they were originally sitting, or like originally looking.
Okay. That's not something I would share with the rest of the group, just because it could be my eyes playing tricks on me.
Yeah, it happens so quick. I'd say with that 8, you're almost not sure whether it was your eyes playing tricks on you.
But just because it has piqued my curiosity, I would move closer to this door.
Okay.
And kind of put my ear to it and see what.
I'd say almost as you're doing that with your ear, that's probably about the time, Ingmar, that you ping that magic coming from that direction.
Like that same door or upstairs?
It's almost hard to focus in exactly. You try to start concentrating on 30 feet away from you this direction. You're having trouble honing in on exactly where it's coming from, but you know that to get there, you're certainly gonna have to go through those doors.
Gotcha. All right. Pardon, Lord Uhtred. I do sense I am picking up some sort of magical emanation coming from this direction. So I say I believe you are on the right track.
Aye. That's what it's a bit of a vibe that I'm getting as well, fella.
Such a vibe, honestly.
But actually, it seems a bit too easy, almost like we're supposed to go here. I'd be a bit worried to just waltz in. Dwarf.
I don't dance.
Yep. Yes. What do you need from me?
God damn it.
Let's see what we can do about these men of armor here.
That was good.
Maybe take the weapons from them, throw them down the stairwells, or if that's not able to do that, let's maybe see if we can separate them from their feet or their heads or something to that effect.
I would say anyone trying to... Basically, any type of dismantling these armors is going to be a strength check. I'll say for expediency's sake, you can make one check per suit of armor.
Oh, please keep in mind the amount of noise that this might create.
I'll be very soft. Alright, strength check.
Didn't like that.
Please be gentle.
Didn't like how he said soft.
So, let me know if this... Alright, that's the first one. We'll go top left. I don't know if that makes a difference. And then top right, bottom left, very gently, and then bottom right.
I would say the 18 and 21, so that was the top right and the bottom right, correct?
Yeah.
Correct.
I would say, yeah, you get those spears away. Here, I'm gonna actually... Hold on, let me switch layers. I'm just gonna put a little, little dash on each of the ones that you've taken the spear from, so we remember. Okay, it didn't stay for some reason, but that's fine.
Like I set them down there gently, right?
Yeah. I'll just know that it's the top and the bottom, because for some reason it does not want... Oh, I see what the problem is. Hold on. No, I don't. I lied. I guess it just does not want to let me draw on the beautiful pre-made maps. There we go. Okay. We good. Here, I'm just going to move Bodavin so I can get my other thing there. Okay, so those two are marked. You have removed their spears. Ingmar, are you throwing that door open over there? Or at least, slowly opening it?
If he's
Up to you.
I thought Uhtred was opening it.
Oh, Uhtred, you ready to open it?
I am. Yes, so let's ease it open.
Remove that block there. Welcome to the library. Red velvet drapes cover the windows of this room. An exquisite mahogany desk and a matching high-back chair face the entrance and the fireplace, above which hangs a framed picture of a windmill, perched atop a rocky crag. Situated in corners of the room are two overstuffed chairs. Floor-to-ceiling bookshelves line the south wall, and a rolling wooden ladder allows one to more easily reach the high shelves. Do you guys head in?
Of course.
All right. So we got like kind of the central desk. We got the shelves. What are you guys looking at here?
Well, first thing I'm going to look in, I want to make sure that there's nothing dangerous or anything that looks potentially dangerous in the room.
Okay. I would say.
Don't worry, I'll give you a heads up on that here. I kind of busted in there, excited about the books.
Typical dwarf.
So,
I'll say make a general. Yeah, the dwarf can check out the book specifically. If you want to check out the book specifically, give me a perception on the books. Uhtred, if you're looking for threats in the room, give me a perception on just the room in general. I'd say 26. Pretty confident. Nothing looks like it's going to jump out at you. With a 22 specifically on the bookshelves, however, Uhtred, you kind of go through the stacks, ending up in the back corner here.
That's not Uhtred.
Sorry, not Uhtred. I'm Agnes. And you realize that one of the spines of the book, a red leather covered one, isn't a real book. It's fake. And as you pull it, the bookcase swings inward to reveal a hidden room.
hey guys, check this out.
As that creaks open and you see this room, Ingmar, much easier. You're able to hone in on where the magic's coming from. It's coming from inside that room.
Oh, hold on. Do not enter the room.
You're right. I'll
Keep
let
them
somebody
moved.
else take point on this one.
There is a sense of magic coming from in here. I would like to determine what is first.
Okay.
Is there any kind of check he can do to kind of determine
Let's see.
the magic, or just like
So
what
you sense the
might
presence
be
of
emanating
magic.
from, like a trap or something?
You can use your action to see a faint aura around an object. Okay. So you would know. Forgive me, I don't know all the spells as well, or like the school of each spell as well as I do with Pathfinder. So I'm gonna look up which schools there are. But you can see inside that chest at the back there are 3 auras coming out of it. The first aura is an aura of enchantment. The next one is abjuration. And the final one, I believe, is going to be conjuration. It is evocation. So you don't know exactly, what is making those auras, but you can see that there is an aura of evocation, enchantment, and abjuration coming from inside the chest.
Gotcha. Anything that... Yeah, alright. So with that note, I would let them all know that about those types of magic, specifically that, abjuration magic is known to be protective spells, whereas evocation magic, they're likely to call down something from another plane to fuck us up. So
that would be conjuration more likely. Evocation is more like damage dealing stuff.
Oh, gotcha.
Like a fireball or lightning, shit like that.
It could be a trap, but I am unsure. Either way, I would.
As you investigate this, you kind of lower your magical vision. I'm going to describe the general room now. So you can see the secret room contains a lot of bookshelves packed with tomes. The heavy wooden chest at the back has clawed iron feet. Its lid is half closed. Sticking out of the chest is a skeleton. Upon closer inspection, Ingmar, you can see the skeleton is kind of riddled with darts.
Okay, so there was a trap there, perhaps.
It looks like perhaps there was a trap, but whoever this sad fellow was might have triggered it already.
Gotcha.
However,
I'll do a quick perception check.
You do see that despite he's... Sorry, this is without even a perception check. You get to notice this.
Okay.
You do see that despite, some of his clothes are decayed, he's a full skeleton, no meat on his bones. He's holding what looks like a rather fresh, not withered by time scroll in one hand. Looks to be some sort of letter, as it is wax sealed.
Cautiously, I think Ingmar might, knowing that he probably triggered the trap already,
Uh-huh.
kind of just walk in and see what he can find, drawing closer to the magical aura that he's sensing.
Okay. First things first, I think as you get that close, like if you enter the room, you'd be able to tell, it looks like this, robber, adventurer, whoever he was taking that scroll out of the chest. It wasn't something he brought with him.
Okay, gotcha.
In terms of those auras, once you look in the chest, you see that there are 3 magical scrolls. I would say give me an Arcana check. Sorry, that sound cue was too loud. I would say give me an Arcana check to see what each scroll might be. I'll say you can, make one for each scroll. So the first one you're not really sure on a 6.
Gotcha.
So one scroll is unknown. The next one is a scroll of protection from poison. That's the abjuration aura. I'm gonna say the 8 is just enough there. The evocation aura is a scroll of spiritual weapon.
Oh, very cool.
Which is a second level evocation. So the only one you don't know right now is enchantment. The enchantment scroll.
I would, and it grabbed a letter from the guy. The skeleton, right? Is that one of them?
That is not one of the scrolls. That seems separate.
All right. I would try and grab that as well.
Okay. Do you want to crack the wax seal on that?
No. I wouldn't do that. I don't have the investigation skills to comprehend that. But I would come out and I would tell the dwarf that clearly you like books. Well, there are plenty books in there for you to look through. And Lord Uhtred, I would like to give you this letter I find. I am unsure if it relates to other letter we have. And give him the letter.
Only one way to find out.
And then, yep, I'd give him that letter, and then I'd go out to Bodovin and say, you are good with magic. Perhaps you can tell me what this is.
He holds out a scroll to you, Bodovin. Give me a Arcana check.
Yeah, Bodovin looks at it and is like, I think it's probably made out of paper.
I really hope you get the nat 20 on this check.
I'm gonna concentrate for a second.
You're very confident it is made out of paper.
So can you remind me again, Bodovin, is he suffering from memory loss? Does he just kind of not know what he's capable of, or how does that work again? Or is he just one of those?
Or is he just kind of like a space cadet?
Very young man.
Okay,
Fair enough.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, he's just green behind the ears.
And apparently sarcastic, too.
Shit.
So while he's examining that, you don't know what the scroll is yet. I know Ingmar suggested to our newly discovered cleric, if you want to investigate the books, you can either make a straight up
curious about books.
wisdom check, or a Arcana check as you're looking at the tomes in the secret room. And then Uhtred, are you, while he's investigating those tomes, are you cracking open the letter?
Yeah, but first I'm going to walk over to this desk. I'd like to check the desk out to see if there's anything of note here.
Yeah, there's some stuff on the desk actually.
Oh,
So
boom.
the desk has several items resting atop it: an oil lamp, a jar of ink, a quill pen, a tinder box, a letter kit containing red candle wax for sealing, 4 blank sheets of parchment, a wooden seal bearing what you now know as the Durst family insignia, the windmill. As you investigate the desk, the rest of the drawers are empty, except for the bottom right drawer holds a iron key with like no insignia on it, nothing to tell where it goes, just like a plain old iron key.
Okay. I would pick the key up and put it in my pocket.
Okay, you take that iron key.
And then I'd turn my focus to the scroll. I'd first examine the seal on it. And then just look at give the outside a quick look over.
All right. Well, with the seal, first of all, the seal it's sealed with red wax, with the imprint of like a bat on it.
Curious.
And I'm going to show you guys what it says. My most pathetic servant, I am not a messiah sent to you by the dark powers of this land. I have not come to lead you on a path to immortality. However many souls you have bled on your hidden altar, however many visitors you have tortured in your dungeon, know that you are not the ones who brought me to this beautiful land. You are but worms writhing in my earth. You say that you are cursed, your fortunes spent. You abandoned love for madness, took solace in the bosom of another woman, sired a stillborn son. Cursed by darkness? Of that I have no doubt. But save you from your wretchedness? I think not. I much prefer you as you are. Your dread lord and master, Strahd von Zarovich.
So while you were reading that, I was reading it out loud for the rest of the group.
Hell yeah.
So
this is the first piece of direct writing or anything you guys have seen of Strahd's.
Yeah. So at this, I mean, I would start putting 2 and 2 together. So obviously, the stillborn son and the mistress is probably why in the family photo the wife was kind of giving a side eye to the baby. And if he's stillborn, that means he was dead, which means we're chasing a baby ghost.
Love a good baby ghost.
Oh my gosh.
While he's reading that out loud, I imagine our new cleric. Sorry, I'm just remembering his name, Agnes. You're looking at those tomes, right?
Correct, yeah, and I threw my
oh, you did your Arcana
there,
already.
and-
Sorry, I didn't see that. 19. That is most certainly enough. These tomes are packed with knowledge describing fiend summoning rituals and necromantic rituals of a cult known as the Priests of Osibus. However, with that check, you would know that most, if not all, of these rituals are bogus. They wouldn't work. That being said, with the amount of references to this cult, it seems at least the cult was a real thing, even if their rituals weren't great.
At this point, kind of haven't heard him read that out loud. Thimble would now, from his where he's
Hello.
upstairs. You guys get that?
You cut out for a second there, but something about upstairs?
Oh yeah, I would be saying like Thimble would be saying that there was hey, there was a baby screaming upstairs or crying upstairs.
Ooh, yeah, he reveals that he's the only one who heard that. What do you guys do?
Well, Agnes, after learning kind of what he did, would probably start backing away a little bit. Like, I don't know if there's much as far as those tomes go that, we need to recover, having, a slight bit of knowledge as far as these things go. I don't have any further interest in going in that room. I'm not sure if we left those scrolls in there.
Ingmar grabbed the scrolls.
But I feel oh, he did grab all 3 of the scrolls in there?
Yeah.
Right on. Yeah, let's. It sounds like we're gonna have to deal with a creepy baby demon thing. And I'm very excited not to have to deal with this. So let's do it.
Shit.
All right. That seems to be all of note.
Real
this
quick.
turn. Yeah, what's up?
Real quick. Seeing, I think, kind of realizing that the dwarf is more than just a dwarf, I would hand him the third scroll and say, I have been able to identify other scrolls, but you seem to know more about these things than I. Perhaps you can tell us what this is.
Honestly, I really hope he fails. Give me an Arcana check. See if we can fail this scroll 3 times in a row.
Jeez. Alright.
Oh, okay, no, you nailed it. You nailed it. It is a scroll of bless. Lets you bless up to 3 creatures in range whenever you make an attack roll or saving throw before the spell ends. This is a concentration spell, by the way. You can add a D4 to your roll.
Perhaps you can hold on to this, or if not, I believe Bodovin might be able to use.
Yeah, I would say give it to your friend Bodovin to hold on to, as I've got some very similar spells that I can, you know, employ myself. So
All right, Bodovin, you have a scroll of bless, and I added upon Ethan's request, added a loot list for you guys.
Thanks,
to have
man.
access to. All right. Do you guys want to investigate the bottom room over here, and then after that, I believe we'll be close to a time for a quick bathroom break. But let's at least clear the floor first.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll come over here, and when everyone else is ready, he'll pop that door open.
All right. Thimble kind of still lugging that way too big heavy crossbow for a halfling.
That's on his back. He's got a scimitar in one hand, and he's got his other hand out. If anything pops up, he's gonna hit that Eldritch Blast.
You got that scimitar up, one hand, kind of a little bit of glow with that Eldritch magic here, and you're like almost a little bit hunched over, shorter than normal, as this big ass bow is just weighing on your spine. But you do open the door into the next room. It appears to be some sort of conservatory. Gossamer drapes across the windows of this elegantly appointed hall, which has a brass-plated chandelier hanging from the ceiling. Upholstered chairs line the walls, and stained glass wall hangings depict beautiful men and women and children singing and playing a variety of instruments. A harpsichord with a bench rests in the northwest corner. Near the fireplace is a large stand-up harp. Alabaster figurines of well-dressed dancers adorn the mantelpiece. Close inspection, however, reveals that several of the carvings are in fact just well-dressed skeletons.
It's creepy. I guess he'd come in and he'd just start, checking stuff out.
As you are moving around the room, you do quickly hear some brief harpsichord notes play. Even though no one is sitting there.
Guys, the thing's playing itself. He's got
What do you mean by thing?
the thing with the strings.
A harpsichord?
The giant stand-up guitar.
I don't know why that really got me.
Well, at least our DM's gonna die in this house.
Holy shit. Holy shit. Fucking choked on myself there.
hope the baby dies with him, but I don't want to throw that out there. That seems a little.
I think the
dark,
baby's
so.
already dead, man. Yeah, that's some bad juju.
You guys also, there is a smaller door before you climb up to the next floor over here. There's just one more small door.
Oh, check that out.
Okay.
Well,
Is there anything important or anything? Can I do like a perception check, see if there's anything in here worth taking or important?
You can make a perception check, but I'll save you some time. It does not look like there's much in here beyond creepy instruments.
Okay, he's gonna keep his hand leveled at the harpsichord, and he's just gonna start walking his way back, and he's just gonna say nope, 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 and he's gonna back the fuck out.
You just like slowly close the door behind you to the conservatory. Who's leading the way into our kind of final room over here?
So I got a quick question real quick.
Yeah, lay it on me.
Sorry. So you said there was an alabaster portrait above the fireplace, right?
In the conservatory room?
Correct.
Yeah, that was the one that was like the well-dressed dancers, but when you looked closer, it was skeletons.
Right on. I mean, just throwing it out there, I can maybe try like a historical check on that. Just because I get bonus points for doing anything with stone or whatever, so I'm not sure if that would yield anything, but
I'm gonna say yeah. Give me a history check because you have that bonus with stone things. You might be able to learn a fact that would not be immediately obvious with a roll in this room, but I think with your abilities is a possibility.
you guys cool with that? If I stroll in here, and maybe feel up this alabaster painting or thing or whatever.
Yeah, man. I mean, worst case scenario, you wake the dead and we all die. We're good.
Yeah, it's fine.
We'll kind of just turn the corner and keep a hand pointed out with that Eldritch Brass, kind of give us the cover.
Peek back in, like,
come on, man, hurry up!
All right, give me that history check for.
So history. So it says it doubles my proficiency or whatever, right? So do I just click history on my skills, or do I do like?
So hit history, and then we'll add the bonus in as well.
What's the bonus from?
Ooh, not good.
Doesn't matter.
I'll tell you right now. It's not, the bonus is not going to matter on that roll.
I'm being stone cunning as a dwarf.
It would be so your proficiency bonus right now is 2. So it'd be like an extra 2 on top of that. Which would bring it to 3, which is it's not enough.
Okay. Well, yeah. Hey, I wasn't able to learn anything, fellas. Let's get out of here.
You see, like the dwarf close his eyes in concentration, like kind of like puts his hand on this, stone relief, and just like, nope, got nothing. Just walks away.
So I guess a quick question.
Yeah, lay it on me.
Probably going to regret asking this, but
Okay.
at this point in time, is this house having any type of effect on us?
It's certainly making you feel exceedingly uncomfortable, but no mechanical effects as of yet.
Okay. And if we're sure that these rooms are that we've explored so far are clean, I guess the next obvious course of action would be to explore this room here.
Okay. Who wants to kind of take point on opening that door? Is that you going in there, Richard?
Yep. Once again, I'll just kind of ease it open.
I don't know why I pressed the key to reveal that slowly. I guess because you said ease. It didn't make any difference mechanically. All right, so as you look in there, definitely appears to be. I mean, this was a fairly well appointed manor. These are the servants' quarters.
Okay.
You do, however, see that over here. There is, sorry, not right there. In this corner over here, there is a dumbwaiter.
Okay.
You think that probably someone of small size might be able to squeeze into the dumbwaiter and use it to go up and down.
Okay. It sounds like a job for our gnome.
Just throwing that out.
So yeah, I guess we'll do a perception check.
Yeah,
on
give
the,
me a perception check in the room.
Oh,
I'll throw one as well.
Love
Holy
seeing
shit,
two
I was
reds
literally
in a row.
just writing. I was just writing to someone in chat about how awesome our rolls are going.
you versus.
With the 10, you do see on like kind of a little nightside table in between the servant beds. There's a little bit of coinage there. There is 10 silver pieces.
Snatch them up.
And then in the chest are kind of like some old dusty servants' uniforms.
Stealing from the dead.
I'm gonna leave the clothes.
Yeah, you
Take
don't
the
want to wear dusty servant clothes?
No,
Oh, okay.
Same
They
deal
won't
in the.
To each their own, I guess.
they don't
Same
have
deal
gnomes here. It's not gonna fit.
This area over here is almost like a little cloak room. there are, let's see, there are a few more a little bit tidier looking servants uniforms, as well as kind of just two, like nothing fancy, just kind of like two heavy wool cloaks that would be good for like bad weather.
So I think what I would do, I'm going to take one servant uniform.
Okay.
So I'm going to, I'll pick that up and kind of lightly dust it off, and then kind of stick it under my arm or something.
Yeah, you can just like, if you want to add that to your inventory on your sheet, you can just like Durst servant uniform.
Okay.
What size are the cloaks? Are they child size?
No, I mean, they didn't have like child
they would
servants.
probably be-
Child servants.
No,
Those are
that
called
I did.
slaves.
They
Yeah.
I'm gonna say they are
backwards.
unisex, one size fits all heavy wool cloaks. Well, I'll say
Alright.
one size fits all medium people, medium creatures.
With what's going on in here, Ingmar would kind of be like obviously kind of missing the point, like at this point, like missing the point of why we're here. Like clearly we were here to save, and he'd be kind of saying to Bodavin and our, Agnes, be like, clearly we were here to save children from monster in basement, but I believe other child is dead, if not already. Perhaps we just leave. Or would that be bad of us?
You did see the doors slam shut behind you when you entered, but none of you tried them.
The doors just slam shut on us?
Like when you first entered in that like entryway with the portraits, down on the
Yeah.
first floor.
Yeah.
The heavy mahogany doors just like slammed shut behind you.
Yeah, I don't think we really wanted to like really leave because of the implication. It's scary. All right, dumbwaiter then, huh?
Yeah, do you want to try the
yeah.
dumbwaiter?
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna poke my head and give a look at it.
I mean, the name of the thing fits in very well. So
Yeah, he worked his way through Warlock College as a waiter. Joke's on you.
a dumbwaiter.
Warlock College, a class that makes a bond with the patron.
The exact opposite of what it is.
Honestly, hilarious. It's just like, what would class even be? Okay, so if you want to try to squeeze your way in there, it's going to be either an acrobatics or just a straight dex check, whatever's higher.
I want to look at it real quick first.
Okay, give me a perception check. He's looking there. I mean,
All right.
it's the shaft of a dumbwaiter. It's fucking dark.
Is
with
there
your dark
a,
vision, you can see a like gray, black and white shaft. Seems to go up to the third floor, down to the first, and at the bottom of the first. That's where like the actual like dumbwaiter mechanism is right now. So you can't see past that.
All right, so it's at the first one. Let's take the. I'm assuming the crank is on the outside. Let's start winding it up and get this up to the top here.
Yeah, you can wind it all the way up.
All right, and Uhtred, would you shimmy me up one more level and get a quick look?
Sure thing, little fella.
Does he have to roll for that to see if
He has
drops
to
him or
he has
not?
to make a dex check if he just wants to squeeze into the box. If he wants to try to like climb up it, that's going to be an acrobatics check to like wriggle up by yourself. Or you could try to squeeze into the box and have him just crank you up.
Okay, so before, okay, so he's going to be in the box.
Yeah.
So I guess it'd be pointless for me to kind of tie a piece of rope to him just in case he gets into a jam, so I could pull him out, because that's not the way that.
Yeah, I
way
mean,
to
if he's in the
work.
box, that wouldn't work. If he just tries to acrobatics up by himself, you could try to tie a rope to him. Your
do you
call,
think,
though, how
homie?
you guys handle that.
Well, let's squeeze into the box, and then
Okay.
if anything happens, I'll just yell at you, and then you just bring me down as fast as possible.
Okay.
Okay.
All right, sounds good. Let's do it.
All right, you tie him. So you're in the box. You're just like getting ready to crank the box back down. Is what you're saying?
Up one level.
Okay. So all right. So you crank him up to the next level. I'm gonna actually drag your token to a different part of the map. You are up here, having just come out of the dumbwaiter. You are in what looks like a master bedroom. There are some double doors around the corner. You can't quite see them from where you're standing. The dusty, cobweb-filled master bedroom has burgundy drapes covering the window. Furnishings include a 4-poster bed with embroidered curtains, tattered gossamer veils, a matching pair of empty wardrobes, and a vanity with a wooden framed mirror and a jewelry box. A rotting tiger skin rug lies on the floor in front of the fireplace, which has a dust-covered portrait of Gustav and Elizabeth Durst on it. A web-filled parlor in the southwest corner contains a table and 2 chairs. A door facing the foot of the bed has a full-length mirror mounted to the door. And you've already seen the dumbwaiter because that's where he came from. Do you want to kind of like crawl forward a little bit and keep investigating? You can see there's a door here. The door with the mirror is kind of around the corner right there. How much? How long? Do you have 50 feet of rope?
No, he cranked me up.
Oh, sorry, he cranked you up. Yeah. So do you? I mean, up to you. Do you want to leave the dumbwaiter, the safety of the dumbwaiter, and look at this room, or go back down?
Oh, no. He's not leaving his life raft. He's just going to take a look around and see if there's anything like valuable, any traps, anything super scary.
Okay, give me a perception check. Outstanding.
Awesome.
Well,
Well, he
to
hasn't
see-
found anything, so he'll yell down, have him shimmy me back down. Hey,
It's not shit. It's not shit in here. It's an old gross bedroom.
he's hey, bring me back down.
Okay. You call down the dumbwaiter. Presumably, you just kind of bring him back down right away. I presume. Hopefully.
Yeah, I mean, as long as I'm able to hear him clearly.
All right. Yeah, I would say you would. Sorry,
Okay, and then I'd relay everything I saw.
All right. You guys hear all those details that I listed about the master suite. I'm gonna say, since we've kind of cleared this floor now, so we've got to peek at the next floor. That'd be a good place for our first bathroom / ad break. You guys want to just take 5, use the bathroom, grab a snack, whatever you need, and we'll come back after that.
Cool. Sounds good.
All right.
Sounds
For those
good.
watching, I'm gonna run a quick ad. Feel free to stick around. bring us back.
Is that the
Correct,
same
yep.
for Warlock's Ben? Because I know it's not that he necessarily learned it; it's that he's getting it from a sugar daddy. So,
yeah, I mean,
for Warlock's Ben, because I know it's not that he necessarily learned it; it's that he's getting it from.
oh god, I'm like echoing on myself.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
There we go. Okay, that was weird. Sorry, I was echoing on myself there, stream. Yeah, I mean, it's basically, I mean, even though that's the source of your magic, as long as it's on your spell list, you can still cast it.
What was the spell?
The 3 that you found are Bless, Spiritual Weapon, and Protection, from Poison.
The spiritual weapon one.
I can tell you what
pretty
each
cool. I have
person has.
I have that on my spell list. Does our cleric also have spiritual weapon? I
So
believe he
Spiritual
does.
Weapon
It'll be on his spell
is
list, but
just Cleric.
It's on both of your spell lists. But I
Bless
kind of
is-
have something in mind for
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
So
So I don't have
Bless.
spiritual weapon on my spell
no,
list,
you don't
so
have
it's
it, but
still
it's on
cleric
your
right now.
spell list, I believe, of your available spells. You could
Yeah,
get it
Oh, okay.
eventually.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
As long as you
not-
can
Yeah, it's on the
eventually
cleric's
cast it, you
general
can still do
spell
the
list.
scroll.
Yeah.
Alright. Now that our scroll business is settled, shall we continue?
Yeah, I'm good. I got
Yeah.
animal crackers.
Alright, fair enough.
Yeah.
Alright. I am gonna gather you guys up here. As you head to the 3rd floor, where only some of you noticed before that it was getting colder, all of you can now feel that your breath is catching your chest. You need to be able to actually see your breath mist in front of you as the temperature plummets at the top of the stairs. So I'm going to
Something
bring you up.
bad happened here. Please be
Um,
careful.
You can feel, Ingmar, your cards almost like buzzing, as like, you know, your spiritualist type background here renders you very sensitive to what is going on.
I would throw out another bardic inspiration, but I use it on the other 3.
As you get to the 3rd floor with that cold feeling, you hear presumably what the kids heard. You hear a At first it sounds like howling, but you quickly realize this is not the howl of a beast. This is the scream of a human.
You all hear this?
I don't know. Do we?
Everyone does. It seems to be echoing up from below you.
Agnes, do you have any friends with you?
Here, I'm just gonna kind of put you guys on the staircase, winding around it.
I'm sorry. Say that again. Sorry.
Do you have
I'm
any
very
friends with you?
distracted, but- Any friends?
Because they heard the
So,
scream coming
Yeah,
from
what
below.
happened? I'll catch him up. I don't think he was here for that. So we came up the stairs and we hear a scream from a human.
Yeah, but
From
it
another
seems to
person.
be echoing up from like way below you guys.
But I was asking
No,
you if you had any friends with you because it might be one of your friends.
Like, was anyone else, traveling?
Definitely
with you
not
to-
somebody that came along with me, because they would have helped me hopefully escape my bonds earlier. So no, I didn't bring anybody with me in this place.
All right.
Well, they could be in bonds as well. Just double checking.
It was a good question.
As you guys enter this, kind of balcony area, you can see in the middle here that you can see all the way down the 1st floor. All right, Ingmar, as you exit the staircase, you're gonna exit on this end. As you get to there, exit the staircase. You hear a as the suit of armor turns its wolf helmet and looks at you and is going to lunge out and attack. Roll for initiative.
Here we go, boys.
That's why I gotta wait for me to finish the description before you lunge in.
I was just moving it up there because I
Ethan
figured we
has
weren't just
protection.
standing on the staircase. We were all moving up, so I just moved that guy up there.
You have protection from good and evil, so I'm not sure if the person attacking him is considered evil, but they would have disadvantage on him if they did.
This is what's approaching you.
Oh, that's cool.
All right.
Looks evil.
Absolutely, it does.
Yeah, it does.
All right, let's get our combat music going. All right, you guys are all rolled in. I am going to roll its initiative in. Lower our battle music just a tad here. That is a 16. What is your bonus, Uhtred?
My bonus to what?
Uhtred's bonus to initiative.
Oh, 4.
All right. In that case, Uhtred will go before the animated armor. Bodivin, you see the armor lurch into life as it begins to move toward our lovely bard, and you react first, being right behind him.
Okay. Trying to think on his toes. Just immediately, Bodivin's going to grab the crystal around his neck and go into a prayer and cast Bless on 3 of our companions, and I think it would just probably be the 3 closest.
Okay. So will be Ingmar, Uhtred, and Thimble. You guys are all blessed right now. So if you would like, on a roll, either a saving throw or an attack roll, you can choose to add a d4. I think it's just whenever you do it. So I don't think there's actually, unless he stops concentrating, you can add a d4 on top of all of those rolls, all those attack rolls.
And does that stack with Bardic Inspiration?
It does. So you could choose to do that and a Bardic.
Gotcha. So you can potentially, with an attack, you can have D10 to it.
Yeah, well, a d6 and a d4, because the odds would be different if it was a straight d10.
Yeah.
Because if it was a d10,
And
you'd have a
just to
minimum
kinda
1,
check-
whereas the other way, minimum 2, which is better.
I just want to check with you, Ben, because I just cast another concentration spell, which means that my first concentration spell ends. But when the suit of armor lunged at Ingmar technically still had that protection from good and evil. I think
in
just
this
however
term,
you want to rule that.
in this sense, well, actually, give me 1 second. So since you kind of just charged onto the balcony, it actually is going to get a surprise attack. So it's actually going to attack first before this turn order starts. So the protection from good and evil is still on it. However, this creature is actually unaligned. It is just true neutral.
Oh, okay.
So it is going to rush forward and try to slam you twice, Ingmar. 15. Does that hit Ingmar?
Yeah, it hits.
All right. You
We're
take
level 1.
4 bludgeoning. Then a 16, you take 5 bludgeoning.
Oh, wow. Jeez.
As it just goes up, and just this one doesn't have a spear, almost in like a, not like a martial arts stance, but like a tavern brawler stance. Just boom, boom, clocks you with gauntlets. You guys see Ingmar immediately is like rocked, almost passes out. Then it would have been Bodivin. So the bless goes off for the 3 nearest to you, and then it is going to be Uhtred.
Okay, so is it safe to... Are we assuming... Well, is this thing undead?
That would be a knowledge arcana check to try to figure out what exactly it is you're fighting.
Okay, well, yeah, the reason why I'm asking, I have undead as my favorite enemy, which essentially allows me to add, if I'm reading this right, like 1d4 damage.
Yeah,
using
I'll tell you
favorite
off the
potion.
bat, since you do have favorite enemies, you're not going to get the favorite enemy bonus on it. It's not undead.
It's an animated suit of armor.
Yeah,
So
it's
not
basically
undead. It's a suit of armor that's a spell on it to walk around.
essentially yes.
Okay. Yeah, so let's attack with the longbow.
All right, you quickly, arrow off the quiver, bring it back, launch the bow forward. Give me an attack roll. It tries to reach up and cover its face, but that arrow actually hits one of its pauldrons, the shoulder armor, and knocks it off. So that does hit and clicks damage. Oh, yeah, no wonder that it fully knocked a pauldron off. Hefty hit from that arrow.
Now, do I get to add the D4 to? Was that to the
The
damage? or to
D4 is
attack?
on the to hit chance.
Okay, gotcha.
But I mean, the 20 you hit it automatically. I mean, not automatically, but you cleared its AC already. Okay. So that's gonna happen. It is going to be the animated armor's turn now. I mean, once again, it's gonna take a swing at Uhtred. What's your AC again, Uhtred?
Uhtred?
Not Uhtred, sorry, Ingmar.
14.
14. Okay. It knocks you unconscious.
Oh, jeez.
Just a straight. It grabs your shirt.
I need to know how many points. Oh, 7. I see it.
7, yeah. It grabs your shirt collar, Ingmar, and just like headbutts you with that spiky helmet. You drop to 0, and are gonna have to make death save on your turn. It looks like whatever spell or force is animating this armor, though, is interested in dropping as many people as fast as it can rather than killing you. So its second swing, it actually goes over and is like straddling your body. Hold on, let me bring it to front layer. And then, okay, that's good enough. It kind of straddles your body. The second hit is going in on Bodavin. Alright, Bodavin, here comes another slam coming at you. 8.
Okay.
You manage to sidestep out of the way as it just boom, punches a like huge chunk of stone out of the banister.
Yeah, and Bodavin's just like super deep in prayer and just kind of like nonchalantly did it.
Oh yeah, just like rapid fire, like kind of like hands clasped, like please let us get through the like rapid fire prayer. That is as much as it can do. That's gonna bring us to Thimble.
So,
yes.
does Thimble have line of sight here with the way the stairs are?
Yes. Let me see how tall. Yeah, the banister is not very tall right there, so you do have line of sight on the armor.
It's like, oh shit! And he's gonna fire off an Eldritch Blast, and he's going to use his point to redo that.
Oh, can you just do a straight reroll on yours?
Because
so
I
that's-
got that inspiration.
That's 11. However, you are, I believe, Bardic inspired, and you are blessed. So right away, you can add a D4 for free. Because Bodin was never hit, so he still has the spell going.
Oh, I screwed that up. I thought that was the inspiration point thing.
Oh, no. But if
Okay.
you want on that 9,
look.
up to you if you want to waste a Bardic or use a Bardic. I mean, not sure. It might not be a waste. You can choose to add
I'll
your
use
Bardic.
it.
Okay, so roll a D6, first of all.
Ah, screw that.
/R, and then...
Yeah, no, I hit 67. Let's go. All right, there we go. 2.
Okay, so that brings it up to an 11. And add a D4 on top of that.
Ooh, the bless.
That brings it up to a 15. Your blast, boom! It doesn't have quite the amount of force it normally does, and is just absorbed into the chest plate of this thing as it turns around and looks at you.
Looks like somebody's got a little bit of Eldritch.
Yeah. Does not get through its
Dysfunction.
AC.
All right. Well, that's, I guess, his turn.
Alright, then it is going to move on to Agnes.
Thinking, unless you guys want me to move closer, I was just gonna shoot it with like a sacred flame maybe here. You guys cool with that?
You can shoot on Sacred Flame.
Yeah,
All right,
don't ask
ooh.
us, man. You do it.
Max damage on that roll. Alright, so this is going to be a dex save on its part. That is a fail on an 11. You guys see your new friend, kind of hold up his hand, say a quick prayer, and this bolt of, like, white fire sears out, seems to fill the empty helmet with fire, and you see the whole suit of armor just rattle as a few, like, bits and pieces begin to fall off the joints. It looks like it's starting to, like, lose coherence after that spell. Ingmar. Ooh, also, remember if anyone has any bonus actions, you can use those as well. But Ingmar, give me a death
So-
save.
Oops, sorry, I didn't mean to click that.
Oh, yeah, if that's a bonus action... Or it says it's one action.
It is a-
dying?
It's not a bonus. It's a full action.
It is a full
and
action, yeah.
He has to touch me.
Okay. But
Yeah.
14
So you
is a
can do that
success.
once you get up
Sorry.
there, if you have any spell slots left. Absolutely.
It's a cantrip, but yeah.
Yeah, so you can do it, as much as you want as a cantrip, but you got to get up and touch him first.
Yeah, no.
But that is a success. You have 1 out of 3 successes, no failures. All right, that brings us back to the top of the order. Bodovin, you are right in the path of this fucking armor.
Yeah, just kind of how Bodovin, nonchalantly in the middle of prayer, just kind of stepped to the side. He also just gently bends down and puts his hand on Ingmar, still in prayer, mumbling something about the light, and uses his healing hands ability, which I can't. It's not clickable, but as an action, you can touch a creature and cause it to regain a number of hit points equal to your level. Once you use this trait, you can't use it again until a long rest. So, just a little charity, one hit point, boom.
Okay, and that action does not require concentration, so you maintain the bless. Ingmar, you are automatically stable and back up at 1 HP. So I'm gonna say you probably kind of rolled to that square where you put your token. You are up at 1. You guys see Bodovin still kind of almost keeping this prayer going towards you guys, simultaneously reach out his hand, glows, brings Ingmar back up. Ingmar, eyes open back up as you see the battle is still going on around you. With that in mind, Uhtred.
Same deal, longbow.
Alright, go for your
Longbow
shot.
attack.
Alright, that is going to be a 13. You can choose to add a bardic if you still have yours, and you automatically get to add the bless, because that has not ended yet.
Does that hit with the blessed?
You would need a d4, and it may or may not hit with a bless.
Real quick, guys, just so you know, with the Bardic Inspiration, you have to call it before the results are known. So, Ben, we obviously know it didn't hit with there, but you have to call it before the result is known.
Oh, does it specifically specify that? All right.
Yeah.
Okay, in that case, I will refrain, if you guys have a bardic, from letting you know whether that's good or bad.
Yep.
But you do automatically get the bless, which is a d4. That just happens because of his prayer. 17 is a better roll. Do you want to add a bardic to it or not?
No, we'll stick with 17.
Okay, 17. The arrow almost strikes home, but pings off the armor.
Oh, well, can't win them all.
All right, that is back to the armor. It's not angry, has no emotions, but it does see that you get back up, Ingmar. It's going to throw a fist at you.
Well, I hate you too, Ben.
Welcome to fucking Death House, my guy.
Welcome to Murder Ingmar House.
You led the way. Alright. Nat 1
Ooh.
utterly whiffs you.
Nice.
It kind of like slips
Yay.
on the cold marble of that top stair, and the punch goes wide. I'm gonna say it was already planning on turning around and striking at Bodovin, so second strike is going at Bodovin here. 18, I believe, does hit you for 4.
Okay.
And since that hits you, you now need to make a Constitution saving throw to see if you maintain the bless spell.
Okay.
As this fist just kind of uppercuts you, Bodovin, you stutter in your prayer, and you guys can feel that, like, the warmth of his blessing vanish, and the familiar chill of this upper floor fills your hearts. That is the armor's turn, so we're going to move on to Thimble.
So I got a kind of a mechanical question.
Go for it.
If I take that big ass crossbow and I take the time to mount it on the banister and aim up at him, can I roll for just a straight roll? 'Cause I'm not holding it, I'm bracing it against something.
I'm going to say you've literally never fired this weapon before. So I'll allow that, but I need you to try and make a strength check first to get it into position.
Okay. And that's the ones on the far left, right?
Yeah, like where right above where it says -1 for you, you would click the word strength.
Well, because my save is also -1.
Oh yeah, some of them are going to be the same. It's only when it's like the saves that you're proficient in it'll change. 11's not going to do it. You have to fire this shot at disadvantage.
Shit. Okay.
You guys see Thimble try like lift it up onto the balustrade and is just struggling under the weight. The bow, thunk. 20 would have done it, but unfortunately with disadvantage, the arrow just shoots straight up into the ceiling, lodges in the boards above you.
Okay.
You can still take a move if you like, or if you have any bonus actions.
See, I think that's it.
Okay. In that case, we're gonna go back to Agnes.
All right, so I'm gonna move closer to Igmar here.
Okay. So you have to go kind of the path you have to follow because you're on the stairs. Is you would have to kind of hit this corner.
Is that still within 25? Right there?
Yes, you would still get within 25. And since you didn't actually
cool.
leave this dude's square of his reach, it's not going to be an op attack.
Okay.
Op attacks are a little bit more forgiving in 5e.
Okay.
Okay, alright, we're good. We're back in it. Everybody ready? All good?
Yep, I'm good.
Cool. Alright, so... Excellent. Where we last left off, I'm not sure exactly where we cut out, so I'm going to recap that last turn. Beautiful turn by Ingmar, honestly. So you got back up, healed for max health with Healing Word as a bonus action, shot from the hip into the armor, but then as you tried to retreat, it rocked you for all of the health you had back, which would have knocked you out a second time, except you used your half-orc Relentless Endurance to stay up at 1.
Safe.
Bada. All right. With that in mind, back to the top of the order, Bodavin. What's the move here?
Yeah, Bodavin's, still just kind of shaking off that punch that screwed up his concentration.
Yeah,
and
messed
he
up your bless.
turns back to this. Yeah, and he turns back to the suit of armor, and his eyes and mouth begin to glow a bright, brilliant white light as he starts to speak some divine words in Celestial.
You speak these holy words, and okay, so this one is, if it makes the save, there's no damage. If it passes, or it fails, 4 damage. So that is a con save. Again by 1, failing your spells. That is another 4 radiant damage. This time, the whole lower section of the breastplate, kind of what protects the abdominal muscles, falls off, and you can see the empty armor inside. Uhtred.
Longbow attack, but I will attack on the inspiration with this one.
Okay, go ahead, do that shot, and add a d6 on top.
Can I take it back? Can I take the inspiration back?
You cannot take it back, but you do hit. Pretty sizably. What did you roll there? Like a 19? Yeah, 19. Holy fuck. With one last powerful shot, this longbow, just really one beautifully curved piece of, I imagine you would, pull back the heavy arrow and just thunk, takes the head off of the suit of armor, which then collapses into a pile of useless metal. And with that, we are out of combat. Excellent work.
Yeah, so I would take a look around at everybody, kind of see what shape everybody's in.
Hell yeah.
I'd slap Bodavin on the shoulder, and because I'm sensing with just the demeanor, or at least how he's portraying himself, as probably one of the first time he's seen action. So I'd kind of slap him on the shoulder from the back. You did okay there for yourself, Angel Face.
Hell yeah.
Bodavin just kind of winks at him, looking pretty rough and ragged, maybe bleeding a little bit, eyes starting to swell.
Everybody there is going to get a 25 XP, by the way. Oh, excuse me. It's actually going to be... Let me recalculate that. I was calculating for the wrong thing.
Oh, snap.
It's actually going to be 40 XP. It's going to be a little bit higher than what I said.
So what are we at right now?
It should be 240 now.
240?
Yes, I believe you guys should be at 240 right now. Level 2 is going to be at 300 XP, so you're pretty close.
Okay. I'm going to move over and just examine the pile of armor here.
All right. Give me a investigate check on it. All right. 10. Okay. Whoops, sorry, I was on a different page for some stats there. Give me 1 sec. You guys defeated the armor on the balcony. All right. It would... I mean, it's hard to say without more of an arcane look at things. But this is like a dusty suit of black plate armor. It is now, because you guys fought it, it's too damaged to wear. You'd have to take it to a blacksmith if you wanted to repair this full plate. But it looks like it hasn't moved in a very long time. Like, before you guys attacked it, it was covered in cobwebs, and some of them are still hanging off of it.
Okay, I wouldn't make a move. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Oh, so I was just wondering if we have our detect magic spell still up. Does that detect any magic radiating off of it?
Who has detect magic still up? Oh, Ingmar, if you still were concentrating on that, you would have to make a con save because you got rocked like 3 times. So you have to make actually 3 con saves.
Okay.
So if he doesn't want to do that, I can throw mine up. But I'm just curious.
Well, I mean, might as well see if you can, keep it going.
Yeah, go
without
for
wasting
it.
a slot.
Save the spell slot.
So go ahead and make those con saves, Ingmar.
I don't know where that's at.
Under to the right of your ability scores, there's a bunch of saves, Constitution, stuff like that. Some of them are probably checked because you're a bard.
I thought it was a concentration
Oh, what did I say?
save.
No, you're absolutely right.
You're saying Constitution.
It is concentration.
Is it?
Concentration is a concept.
Oh, I rolled a
version.
Constitution.
No, it is.
Time.
I was confused because I was thinking Pathfinder for a hot second, but in this, the concentration check is a Constitution saving.
Gotcha. And then to do that, do you have to just... Actually, how does that work? What number do I have to beat?
Unless it was an absurd amount of damage, you basically just have to clear 10. Once a certain threshold is exceeded, then you have to go up to a higher roll. But okay, so that's 1, 2, 3. You nail it. Despite all those times you got beaten up, you do still have it going.
All right.
He's good like that.
Yeah, that was actually...
Yeah, I am.
It's the orc.
What did you have?
Know?
+2? So nearly a 50-50. That's pretty impressive. All right, so you do a quick 360 here. Boom, 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 boom. Let's see if you detect any magic from within 30 feet of you. It does not appear like you can see any magic on this floor, or at least within 30 feet of you. You do see from where you guys are those double doors, which from the earlier Dumbwaiter expedition, lead to the master bedroom. There is also a smaller door around the corner here, and then one going down, one going to the left, right over here.
Nice. And then would like an Arcana check on that suit of armor do anything else?
Sure. Give me an Arcana check on it. What's disturbing about this is that it doesn't seem like it was animated by like normal animation magic that a wizard might cast. Some other dark force was moving this armor.
The baby.
All right.
Probably under
At this
Based
point,
on what
the
we have
pie
seen
plate
this
there.
far, my friends, perhaps we should continue a bit quicker.
Yeah, like kind of. Bodovin wants to walk out of the room and just steps over the pile of armor, lighting it up with the light cantrip on the way, saying it's just too fucking dark in here.
as you light it up, you guys hear a very quiet, almost chorus of voices that are overlapping, and you can hear them muttering different things. Some of them seem to be chanting, "One must die," and some are chanting, "The end comes."
And we all hear that?
Yeah. It's like, the end comes, one must die.
So although I hear it, I'm not going to acknowledge it. So with Uhtred's experience, and just hunting and dealing with the supernatural, he knows that with some things, the more you acknowledge it, the more power you kind of give it. So he's going to just ignore it.
All right. Did any of the other guys react to those kind of chorusing sounds?
I think
I mean-
Bodovin would just start muttering in Celestial to himself, some sort of like mantra, but not too loud, just to make himself feel a little more comfortable because he's kind of creeped out by what he just heard.
All right. So where are you guys going?
Anybody else want
Let's go.
to take point?
No.
Let's go bottom left here. I'll take point.
So this door over here, bottom left.
Let's do it.
All right. Let's remove that door's lighting.
Sweet.
This appears to be a storage room. Dusty shelves line the walls of this room. A few of the shelves have folded sheets, blankets, and old bars of soap. A cobweb-covered broom leans in the corner. What do you guys do?
All right. I'm going to throw a perception check out there.
Okay. All right, give me one sec. You don't seem to notice anything.
All right, somebody else's turn.
Okay. I will. I was just pausing there, see if anyone else wanted to move. So did you look in this room, or are you looking in
That's
this
the one
room?
he looked in, yeah, with all the, like, it seems to be like a supply shed, or, a supply room. Storage room, that's the word.
I'll
Yeah, I
kick
guess
open this door down here, if you guys want. Or I can open it slowly.
Does anyone
here,
want to
so,
search through the storage supplies, or you want to move to the next room? It's up to you. I'm not...
yeah, I'll look through storage.
Okay. Alright. To get to all the shelves, you would have to move in there. Do you still want to do it?
Move here.
You'd have to move, like, into the room, because it's, like, lots of shit stacked on top of each other. You can notice some stuff from outside. I'm just saying you might not see everything.
Yeah. I mean, I'll move in.
Okay.
Dun dun dun.
So you do find as you're kind of like moving all these folded sheets and blankets and like all this dusty nonsense, you do find a small coin box, with probably, stashed here by some of the servants, with 50 copper pieces. But as you open the lid to that, the dusty broom flies up and tries to start smacking you.
Oh gosh dang it.
All right, now I'm with the loot list. I'm adding all this on there. What was on there? The bag of items.
50 copper pieces.
50 copper. I mean, there's a bunch of like dusty blankets and sheets and old soap if you want it too.
Nah, pass. I'm not the one fighting the broom, so maybe.
All right, the broom is gonna get one swing on you here. And the reason the perception check didn't work, this animated a broom of animated attack, unless it's actually moving, it becomes literally indistinguishable from a normal broom.
Gotcha. Okay.
17.
What?
Odin grabs a clean small towel and a piece of soap and just puts it in his bag.
Okay, you grab some soap and a towel. All right, as you see the broom fly up, dust goes everywhere, just crack, whacks Uhtred over the head. You better believe we're going right back into initiative.
You get beat by a broom.
You hate to see it, folks. You hate to see it.
Oh, it's good to see I got awesome initiative against the broom, but not the wolf or the suit of armor.
Come save me from the broom.
The broom did roll like trash. As it's like attacking though, you can still hear like not the kind of like chanting quiets down, but you can hear the house like it sounds like the whole house is bending in and out, almost as if it is breathing. Ingmar, your thoughts?
With where he's at, he wouldn't have a shot with the crossbow. I don't believe so.
I would say no. It's literally like a narrow storage room. You'd have to be like there or where our cleric is.
I would tell. I'd put the cards kind of in my pocket, and I'd pull off the spear off my back, and tell Uhtred that we can't get to basically like, unfortunately, we cannot hit the broom. You need to come out here where we can take advantage of space. And hold my turn until it comes in range.
Okay, you're gonna tell me when you want to hop back, delay your turn?
Yep. The moment it becomes I'm staying exactly where I'm at, the moment it becomes like available to hit, swing with the spear, I'll do it.
Alright, in that case, let's move to Thimble.
So Thimble's gonna get here, and can he shoot past him with an Eldritch Blast?
Yes.
Okay, he's gonna throw one of these out.
Okay, 15.
Oh, I forgot to take the disadvantage off.
You're good. Are you adding a bardic on this or no? Or did you already use yours, I think?
Yeah, I already used mine.
As the broom hovers in midair, it does a like loop-de-loop, and your blast slams into the wall behind it.
Well, shit. What? Then he's got to use the rest of his move to move back and clear the space.
Where the armor was like a solid target and very hard to hit because of, its armor, this is very nimble, is what's going on here. Uhtred, you just got cracked by a broom.
Yeah, can I just move out of the room and shut the door?
If you want to, as a standard action, you can disengage, which would make it so it can't op attack you, but you wouldn't be able to make an attack as well.
Yeah, I'll disengage. That's what, 15?
Yes, I believe you can move back 15. You can also just close the door behind you as part of an object interaction.
Yeah, so I'll move back and just close the door.
All right, you close the door. Bodovin, what do you do?
Oh wow! Well, the door's closed now.
It's
made
closed.
A whole other gameplay. So, yeah, can I ready my action? Is that something I can do in 5th edition?
Yeah, you can ready an action. What are you trying to ready?
Bodovin's gonna ready Sacred Flame.
Yes, you can. That is well within the rules.
Just kind of snapping his fingers, getting the sparks going.
Hell yeah! You kind of like rocking back and forth, getting the fire ready to throw.
Yeah.
Agnes?
And this is particularly like white and warm light, as opposed to like a real flame,
Oh yeah. It definitely looks divine in nature. As you're, sorry, never mind. Continue.
All right,
Yeah,
so Agnes. All right, yeah, so Agnes was going to do the same thing, kind of compound on top of what Bodovin's going to do, and do Sacred Flame, kind of on the ready here for something to pop out.
Okay.
So.
You ready that action? You guys hear thwack, thwack, as you can hear the broom trying to smash down the door. Um, 7 and 5, 13. This is a closet door. You can see the wooden door is starting to splinter.
Jesus.
Igmar.
This is one of those brooms that like the fucking what was the guy that did all those infomercials?
Oh my god! I know who you're talking
Billy
about.
Mays.
Billy Mays, yeah.
Billy
yeah.
Mays here.
Yeah.
It's a Billy Mays broom.
Billy Mays here with
I
the
love
broom of
cocaine.
animated attack.
We need some flex seal for this door.
I love that flex seal.
I'll say if unless anyone's doing differently. Are you guys just like readying actions?
Yeah, I have nothing. I can do nothing. I only have a couple spell slots, so I use those up.
Okay,
I guess we're just waiting for the broom to
with
bust down the
Sacred-
door.
All right.
So with Sacred Flame, right? It should be able to like hit him because it doesn't. I'm just curious.
It would have to
Like it
smash
says
down the
the-
door first.
Okay, the target gains no benefit from cover.
All right. Well, in that case,
Okay,
if you guys are
never
all
mind.
just readying stuff, it's just gonna try to smash through again on its turn. Not enough to break through all the way. On an at one, it misses. But since you guys are ready, I'm gonna say we're just gonna round it up, and the door cracks open. You guys can do your readied attacks. Let's start with Ingmar with your readied action. As this door just like cracks off its hinges, the broom looks like it's ready to, swoop out and attack again.
All right.
You lunge forward with the spear. The broom phew, dives out of the way. Thimble.
Yeah.
What you doing?
So
go
Thimble's
ahead.
gonna. Yeah, he's gonna hit it with the scimitar.
All right, you kind of, as it starts flying through the front of that door, you take a slice. That is a hit. Go ahead and roll damage. You take a big chunk, like a notch, out of the handle, but it is still cooking, still flying at you guys. Uhtred.
I think maybe just short sword since it's
Yes, I
moving.
believe if you
Yeah.
fire your longbow point blank, I believe it is with disadvantage.
Yeah. So short sword.
All right, yeah, you quickly draw that sword out, go for a slash. That is a hit. Go ahead and roll damage. You lop off a chunk of the straw at the bottom, so the broom is much shorter now.
Okay. And then
But
with
it's
that,
still going.
yep. So with that, I'm going to move back here. Or can I?
If you move, it would provoke an op attack because you
Yeah.
did do a standard with the sword attack. It might miss
Yeah.
though. Your call.
Yeah. Well, I mean, if I say he's going to attack me anyways.
Could well.
So
be the
yeah,
case.
I'll move just so that I can use my longbow next round.
Okay.
And yeah, I'll go take that opportunity attack.
Okay. It's gonna
Feel
go
like
in with a swing
45.
here. It's gonna hit you for 4.
What the fuck kind of brew is this?
Boom! The wood just kind of knocks you in the back of the head, like almost right in that soft spot back of the skull, as you're just like see stars for a second as you stagger away, not quite believing that you're having the shit beaten out of you by a haunted broom.
Yeah.
Bodavin, your sacred flame goes off.
Okay, yeah. This is my readied action, not my round action.
It would count as your standard action for this round, basically.
Okay.
Okay, so that's Dex. So it's only going to take half of that because it makes the save with a 20. The broom is still going after taking 4 radiant damage. Although I will say its bristles at the bottom have caught fire and are just burning with this white divine flame. Do you want to move at all? Or just stay where you're at?
Yeah, I think he's just gonna hang out right where he's at.
Alright, Agnes, in that case, your ready to action goes off as well. Alright, it's going to go with
That's a little
another
rough.
Dex save, a little bit less damage there. It is going to fail for 2. Unfortunately, all of those ready attacks are not enough to kill the broom. It is going to fly out. It is an unintelligent haunted broom, so I'm going to go ahead and roll a d3. 1 is Thimble, 2 is Ingmar, 3 is Agnes. And it gets 2 attacks. First attack's on Ingmar. Second attack will be on Thimble. Alright, Ingmar, it's going to take a swing at you. 17 for 6. You are knocked unconscious as the wooden end catches you directly between the eyes. Almost like a lunge with a rapier, but it's a broom. And then as he goes down unconscious, it's going to take another swing at Thimble. I assume 9 misses as you dodge that 7 bludgeoning.
Yep.
Alright. That is the broom's turn. Brings us back to the top of the order. Ingmar, go ahead and make a death saving throw. That is a failure.
So, hey, quick question.
Yes.
So the Ingwar's positioning, would he not have an AC bonus with him being directly behind Agnes and then beside the gnome? But I guess the broom's kind of attacking catty corner here.
Yeah, they can attack diagonal. You guys can attack diagonal too.
Oh.
For certain weapons, like if it was a bow, say this was like an archer and it was trying to shoot you, Uhtred. Okay, well, a gnome wouldn't provide this because he's short, but if a regular height person was here, you would get some cover. You would get a +2 to AC.
Yeah, I'd actually get, because he's a gnome, I'd get like a little bit of, I have to go back and look through the...
I think with a gnome, it would be +2. I think a regular height is +4.
Yeah. Get like a quarter bonus for gnomes and halflings. Or something like that.
Pretty funny. A quarter bonus for halflings. Okay, you make that. So that's 1 failure. So what that means is, for those who might not have seen it before, or who are watching might not have done it before, if he hits 3 failures, he is full dead. If he does that before, he's either stabilized or hits 3 successes. All right, Ingmar, that is your turn. Thimble.
You hit him with the no, I'm not.
That is a nat 1. You feel your scimitar almost slip from your grasp as you try to predict, like, oh, this is like a regular sword fight. And you try to go in for a swing, and it just flies over you.
Bastard.
Uhtred.
Yeah, longbow time.
Yeah, I'd say, you can fire straight at it here. Go ahead and make your roll. Zoop, goes to the right, arrow, thunk, goes right into that door behind it.
I'm still seeing double.
Yeah, you turn around, it's kind of like, you're looking down the shaft of the arrow, and there's like 4 different arrows, like, rotating around in different directions. Yeah. You're like, I got this. But you do not. Bodovin.
Yeah. Bodovin is just going to let off another sacred flame, trying to hold the same target point that he had before.
Alright, sacred flame goes off. It's going to be either a 3 or a 1, depending on whether he makes the save. It does make the save, so that is 1 damage. It is still alive.
Just chipping away.
Just chipping away at this broom. It is scorched, it is dented, there are pieces of wood missing. Most of the hay has burned away to the point that it is basically just a flying stick. Agnes.
Alright. I'll hit it with my...
Just grab it. Just grab it, man.
You can try to grab it.
Grab it and hold on. Is that a thing? Can I just
yeah, you would need an athletics check to grapple it. It would be an opposed athletics roll. Although for this thing, it doesn't really have an athletics stat, so it would basically just be a straight strength check from it.
Alright. Let's go ahead and hold on to this sucker. It's kind of being a...
Okay, roll athletics as you lunge for what is basically now just a flying stick. Alright, I'll tell you right now, just for the fun of it, it has a +0 to this roll. So if it rolls a 4 or less, you grab it.
No, I thought, isn't he supposed to roll athletics?
Oh, you just rolled straight strength. Yeah, roll athletics.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, I mean, you saw its roll already. You're trying to beat a 10 here.
It was an 11. There we go.
There, you snatch the broom out of the air. Just grab that thing. Okay, so it is in your
So,
arms.
just curious. So can I not, like, obviously, like, it's in my arms and stuff like that. Probably be kind of hard to, like, cast a spell. So, like, trying to, like, cast, you know, whatever, like, spare the dying as a bonus action. Would that probably not happen? Just curious.
I'd say, ooh,
I would say, like, both my hands are, like, kind of involved.
yeah,
so
I would say
probably
you
not.
could. I think honestly, with a full grapple, both of your hands would be engaged.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so then I guess I can't roll.
And I
full,
think spare the dying,
as
yeah,
bonus.
it specifically requires you touch it.
Cool. All right.
All right.
So yeah, I got her, guys.
It's gonna have to spend its full turn trying to break free with another strength roll here. So go ahead and roll athletics again. You're gonna need like a nat 20.
Oof, not good.
The broom kind of jabs you in the gut and flies off out of your hands. But that is its full turn, as it's kind of like almost like Mortal Kombat, like bouncing in place, still ready to fight you guys. This is definitely meant to be the one silly encounter of Death House.
The one
that's
silly
gonna kill
encounter that's
everybody.
going to murder us all.
Oh, I didn't say it's
Yeah,
not deadly.
seriously.
I just said it's silly. Ingmar, go ahead and roll a death save. If you get a nat 1 that is 2 failures, you will die.
What?
That was 3 died.
It is 3, but a nat 1 gives you 2 failures. 16 is a pass, so you now have 1 success, 1 failure. I will also say, so a nat 1 gives you 2 failures. If you get a nat 20, you automatically are up at 1 health. You get back up. So that's like the other end of the spectrum. Ingmar is still bleeding out, but is not dead. So Thimble.
Hit him with the scimitar.
That's a hit. Roll damage. With one last mighty chop, Thimble slices through the air. The stick gets split in twain and clatters to the ground as 2 little sticks. And with that, we are out of combat.
I'll tell you guys what. Mickey Mouse was full of shit. All right, none of these brooms did this to him.
What kind of Sorcerer's Apprentice bullshit is this?
Fucking
Dude,
Fantasia.
we all suck at Quidditch, man.
Dude,
Yeah,
the broom
honestly,
almost cleaned
this squad
house.
maybe would save Barovia. You guys would get your asses handed to you on the Quidditch pitch, though.
Oh my gosh, this is nuts.
Oh yeah, that's one of the things I love about Death House. Like the one silly encounter, fully could almost kill someone. Actually, hold on. We're gonna stay in turn order because one of your friends is bleeding out on the floor.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Seeing that combat
So-
has ended, Bodavin would probably run over and open up that scroll of bless, and again, it has to go to 2 other people.
Well,
but
Bless
one
wouldn't
of them
stabilize him,
can
but I
go.
will say Agnes could cast Spare the Dying now,
Yeah.
so we could just get out of the order.
Yeah, I was just thinking the next
Yeah.
death save he could add
Yeah.
a D4 to in case.
So you want me to? Throw
I
it out
would
real
save
quick,
your
or-
Bless because I think you would know that Agnes could just get him, spare him.
All right.
Although I
Hope he
don't
doesn't
believe
die.
Spare the Dying heals him at all.
Sweet.
No, it doesn't heal. It just brings me back up.
It actually just
You can,
stabilizes you. It doesn't even bring
you
you
can
up to 1. Oh, or you could, you want to throw it a Cure Wounds?
Yep, that'll work.
Yeah, that'll do it. You get 3 back. You're back up at 3. All right.
Well, this house is not being very nice to me. I would like to leave. Forget child. We will burn down.
Agreed.
Hey, you guys can make some moves here. I'm not your boss.
Can we my thoughts are we go into second floor where we were. We know it's safe. and we take a rest for a little while.
You guys want to take a
I'm
short
all
rest
down for that.
in one of the rooms downstairs?
Yeah.
Where do you guys think you would head? Like the
mean-
servant's bedroom, the conservatory, the library? What's the move here?
Definitely not the conservatory. That
The
no.
library where that secret door was, because we kind of like, all right, we already know that
Okay.
there's no other way in there. I feel like, anyways.
All right.
Would it be
So
possible
you
to do a long rest in here?
you could try. That's 8 hours. It's a lot of
Alright.
risk in enemy territory.
I don't think we probably could,
Why?
but I don't think we would.
So a
For 8
short
hours
rest is going to
anyways.
be an hour. While you guys are resting, you can you can use your hit dice. You have a number of hit dice equal to your level, and that'll vary by your class. So, Ingmar's is going to be D8. Bodevin's D6. That's a rough roll. So you guys get that health back. So Ingmar, you're maxed out. Bodevin, get another 2.
I'm at 5 out of 7.
And Uhtred, if you can actually click it, and it also adds you add your con modifier too. If you want to keep that roll, that's fine. But you also get to add the con. There you go. Oh, well, you have 0 con anyway, so this doesn't matter. I would say since you already rolled the 5, take the 5. As there was no mechanical bonus to hitting the button for you. All right. So essentially what happens during a short rest, you guys don't actually have to sleep. It's just like you're not doing strenuous activities. Maybe, looking over the scrolls, writing in a
Right.
journal, talking
Yeah.
to each other. You guys don't actually have to sleep. So I'm going to say everyone during this rest, give me a perception check. Okay, we got a 13, 17, 4, and that one for 0.
Yahtzee.
That's how it be sometimes. Okay, all right. Your new friend, the dwarf, is absolutely on this. You listen, and it's very faint, almost like something doesn't want you to hear. However, Agnes does hear it. Agnes, you hear the ever so quiet voice of a child who you don't recognize. You haven't talked to them. But for the rest of you guys, this is the voice of Thorn, the little boy. And what he says, kind of whispering in your ear, you hear, "Look in one of the rooms upstairs. There's more than meets the eye there."
Yeah, well, no shit.
So Agnes is a little bit freaked out. No, or not freaked out, but he's just wary. Because we went through a lot already. If this had been early on, he'd probably be a little bit more stalwart. But we've been through a lot with broomsticks and stuff like that. So definitely shares that information and thinks that we should probably get going here pretty quick and probably check out what's going on up there.
Yeah, I'll say this probably happens toward the end of this rest. You guys do successfully complete the rest and get all that health back. Also, if there are any abilities that you guys regain on short rests, those are restored as well.
Hey, real quick, for Bodevin, you wanted to do a full rest so you could get back your
My
spells,
spell
right?
slot. Yeah.
Okay.
I
Well,
mean,
what I was
I'm
gonna-
just I'm running pretty empty, but it is what it is.
I will say
Actually,
warlocks do get their shit back on a short rest.
yeah.
real
Yeah, I
quick,
just
while
said
we're
as
there,
much.
I would go ahead and reach out to Bodevin and some cool talk about using spirits or whatever. It'll be super motivating and hand him the spiritual weapon scroll.
Oh yeah, you talk about the power of your ancestors and things like that, and he passes you off this scroll. It's a second level, divine spell here. It's pretty powerful, at least compared to the magic you're currently casting.
Yeah, Bodevin takes it and puts it in his satchel between the soap and the towel that he took out of the closet.
Okay. You instead of like a lovely scroll case that a caster might keep, you wrap it in a towel. All right. Some of the party looking like they've cured all their wounds. Some still looking a bit battered from those animated objects upstairs. You guys have rested successfully an hour, despite the numerous creakings of the building, the uncanny feeling that you're being watched, the sense that something is just wrong in this manor. Not to mention the voice of a little boy talking to you. What do you guys do now?
Do we want to finish off clearing up the upstairs?
Okay,
Yeah.
there was at least another room or two up there.
Yeah, I think at this point we don't really have a choice. We got to, right? Admitted.
Yeah.
Yep.
The little boy
Not too
told us we
far
had
in.
to.
I mean, did anybody ever check to see if the front door was unlocked, or did it close and lock behind us?
I would say one of you guys could go down and check that during the short rest, because I would say that's not very strenuous activity.
I'll do it.
You would go down there, and not only is it locked, you straight up don't see. There definitely were some earlier. There are now no door handles on it from the inside. Just smooth wood.
While I'm down there, could I also peek into this closet that was unlocked?
Oh yeah, the little closet. Yeah, hold on. Let me move you down there.
There's another broom there. I'm gonna shit my pants. No, that's Ingmar.
Oh, sorry. I'm like really zoomed out right now to try to get the whole map visible. All right. Uhtred ventures down to the closet. It's actually 5 brooms. Is not. I will read you what you were saying. Let me go back a few pages. This is a cloakroom. Several pure black cloaks with red threadwork embroidered on them hang here. There's also a singular top hat on a high shelf.
Can I do a perception check, see if I know anything about it?
Sure, go for it. That top hat is worth like 3 gold pieces, which is an insane amount for a hat. That is a very well made hat.
Yeah, I'll take the hat. I'll also take a cloak.
Do you put them on before you go back to them during the short rest?
Fuck yeah, you know I do.
All right, you see him come back to the library, wearing this like lovely top hat, and having a just beautiful cloak. Although as he spins to look at you for the briefest of moments, you see in the rippling fabric, it almost looks like someone's face is trapped in the clothes. But it must have been a trick of light, because you can't see it after a few seconds.
That's a good way to get your butt kicked, going up there and scaring us with that stuff.
He totally can't know. It's on like his back, but you guys see it. He does like a little twirl for you guys, and it's just like, oh no.
Yeah, it'll kind of help me like shake off the chill of the house.
It does briefly in the library. As soon as you get back upstairs, you're freezing cold again. There is like no stopping it.
All of us, or just him?
Oh, all of you. It's very cold up here. Again, like once you cross to the 3rd floor, you can like see your breath misting.
And real quick, we didn't check out this to see where this door right here leads, right?
Which door?
Downstairs in the at the base of the stairs.
That's the one we
no,
thought
you
was
did not.
that's the one we thought was the monster.
The door down here, let me ping so the stream can see what we're talking about. The one down there, you might presume, I would say that it's a kitchen, because that was the bottom floor for the dumbwaiter.
Could I look in that while I'm down there too?
Are you exploring this on your own?
Yeah, well, yeah, I
can I
went
go down there with
downstairs
you?
to double check the doors and
last time.
what's that?
Can I go down there with you? Because you found some pretty sweet stuff last time.
Yeah, it was. Excuse me. It's up to you guys. So here's what I was thinking. I went downstairs to check the doors, but you know how like horror movies, people always get distracted by stuff.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah,
What an
No, because I
emphatic
don't
no.
watch horror movies.
But it seems like this like super like tactical and full of forethought and never missing a single thing kind of monster hunter would like not really get distracted by things.
Right?
Well, yeah. Well, maybe distracted was a wrong word. But I mean, there's a lot of
Intrigued,
stuff. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff we didn't explore when we were down here, and because it's there, he was kind of like, oh well, maybe we just kind of double check, just to make sure that there's nothing else peeking around the corner waiting for us. Which probably isn't the
If
smartest
you
thing to
get in
do by
trouble,
myself.
shout for us.
Yeah, if you
Well, this is technically happening during the
this is during the short rest, so
right?
while you're doing this, keep in mind you haven't healed yet. You haven't gotten that 5. You have 2 health.
Yeah.
So would that inform your decision at all?
Yeah, I mean, if I get in trouble, I'll just die, right? And then you guys can avenge Uhtred.
Did anyone go down there with him?
Yeah, I'll go down there with him. I've got.
I guess just anyone who
so-
wanted to go down and explore during the short rest, bring your tokens back down here.
No, not at all.
Hold on.
We're supposed to be
Let me
resting.
zoom out here.
I
Yeah,
would not go
Bowden
down.
just over here chatting away.
Oh, I'm totally all for it here.
This is when I would have the chat with Bodivin about the spiritual weapon.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah, you
Scroll.
guys are kind of passing the scroll back up there. All right, so we got Agnes and we got Uhtred here. Are you going? I mean, you know that this is the dining room up here. Are you going to the kitchen?
Yeah, we'll ease this door open, see what's inside.
Okay, give me one sec. Right. Sorry, I'm flicking back to the previous page because I was looking at floor 3. The kitchen is tidy with dishware, cookware, and utensils neatly placed on shelves. A work table is a cutting board and a rolling pin atop it. A stone dome-shaped oven stands near the east wall. Its bent iron stovepipe connecting to a hole in the ceiling. Behind the stove and to the left is a thin door leading to a well-stocked pantry. That is this room at the back over there. You kind of can see a sliver of it from where you're standing. The door is cracked open in the pantry. Do you guys go further in to investigate?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I would say yeah, because I mean, as a dwarf, like there could be spirits or beer back there, so.
Oh, like
pretty
alcohol
excited about
spirits.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were
Yeah.
saying like the options were like ghosts or beer. And I was like, what a dichotomy.
No, like hard liquor or some beer back there.
Can I do a perception check?
Yes. I would say you're not going to be able to see much unless you fully open the door to the back. So I kind of revealed it there, but that door is only cracked at the back.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, I wanted to kind of check the main area here.
Oh yeah, give me a perception check just on the main area first. Even though it's neat, no one has actually cooked here in quite a while.
Okay. I'll ease toward the back.
All right. As you
Alright, I'm
ease the
gonna
door
back them up.
open to the pantry where the food is kept,
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh gosh, dang it!
a multitude of squeaks at your annoying intrusion. As a swarm of rats collects over here, where you're going to roll for initiative.
We are going to roll for initiative.
Oh yeah. Well, these rats are hostile. You're in their space.
Good thing we split the party.
Yeah. Oh, of course.
It works every time. Every time.
Yeah, Bowden and Ingvar are just chatting away, having a good old time.
Horrendous.
Can't even hear you down
Everyone
there
can roll
speaking.
in on this. But keep in mind you are a fair amount away right now. So you have to make it down to them first.
We might need help, but
All right.
judging by the last broomstick.
Yeah.
If Amar and Thimble want to roll back in here.
Yeah. I gotta find my
roll.
guy.
Make sure, and this is metagaming here. Sorry. Yeah, just for Agnes, we try not to metagame as much as possible so we don't influence things unknowingly. But don't forget, you guys have to shout for us. Like,
Yeah.
we won't know what's happening.
Right.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean I'm closer to the stairwell, so
Uhtred,
I
you
mean
are
my dude's obviously a hollerer.
up first.
So I'm going to crack a flask of oil and just kind of dump it in this. Let me back up a little bit, but I'm going to kind of just dump it in this area here.
Okay. I'm gonna put you guys back in the library because that's where you would have been during the rest for the other three. All right. You crack some oil, and pour it all in there.
Yep.
I would say that's probably a standard, and you can light it next turn.
Yep. And I don't. And that's it. I can't do any more moves, right? I can't.
Unless you have a bonus action.
Yeah. No, I'm good. Okay.
Okay.
What can't he? He can do movement.
You can move, yeah, if you want to back up.
Yeah.
Oh,
Can
yeah.
he move back up once?
Yeah, he can move up
Yeah.
to 30 feet for his race, 25 for the dwarf.
So I was gonna
Yeah.
move back in this the corner over here.
Okay, you back up to the corner of the kitchen. You haven't yelled yet, Ingmar. You're like, anyway, yeah. So this scroll, someone's a spiritual weapon, pretty rad. Kind of just talking it out up there.
Yes, something very, very deep about your family lineage, and
So, do they have a turn order right now? Because we haven't alerted them to anything going on. Just curious.
They're just
we're not reading
effectively they're in the order. They're just not doing anything with their turns, and until you
okay.
guys try to get their help.
Fair enough. Okay.
Agnes, you can see the swarm of rats
Okay.
is round in the corner.
Yeah. So I saw my buddy there throw out some oil there. Can I use sacred flame to try to light that? Do you think that would work there?
Now that's an interesting question. Does Sacred Flame do fire damage, or is it just?
No, it's not fire damage. It's radiant damage.
It's a
Then I would say
flame-like radiance.
no, it wouldn't burn it.
Okay, cool. So then, I'm not sure if I can see him enough from where I'm at, because I can only see the edge of that circle there.
I mean, you can definitely hear them. It's a swarm of rats. They're making a lot of noise.
Okay.
you can hold whatever spell you were looking at doing until you walk through the doorway.
Right. Okay.
You can
cool.
hold
So
your
then I'll
action. You
hold-
don't have to walk up and hit him. You can wait. Say,
Yeah.
hey, wait and do this action once this thing triggers. I guess.
So I'm prepping a word of radiance spell or whatever. Then.
All right. In that case, are you doing anything else?
No.
Okay.
I'm liking this dwarf.
Bodovin, I guess you just nodding and talking with Ingmar. Yeah, makes sense. Good. What an inspiring speech, Ingmar.
Yeah, I did have a dream about this this sun sword thing that we heard about.
Oh
the
wait,
other day.
shoot! I should have said something. Dang it.
Yeah, there you go. There it
I
is.
asked
Yeah, do
both of
anything
you if
else?
you wanted to do
Yeah.
anything else, and you were like, "No, I'm good."
There it
No,
is.
no, I'm totally good. Nope, I guess I'm good. So
I didn't think
you
this
guys
would be
carry on.
the
We
issue
got
that
this.
might kill someone.
Yeah, no, you guys carry on. My bad.
Thimble, what are you doing while they talk about scrolls?
Thimble is just messing with that heavy ass crossbow, trying to get the hang of it.
Just trying to learn how to lift it.
Lifting with his back, holding his breath, the whole nine.
Oh yeah, fully not doing it. This is the most effectively I feel like Thimble has ever worked out. Okay.
You should get some strength points here.
With a chorus of chittering little claws scraping the wood. These rats around the corner. I feel like this was initially Uhtred's expedition. Uhtred, give me a D100 roll. First 50%, they're gonna swarm onto the dwarf. Second 50%, they swarm onto Uhtred.
Wow, that's not cool.
You dragged him into this, and boy, is he gonna get swarmed here now.
Oh, I thought it was me. I thought I had the first.
Oh, did you have the first? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I suppose I said it backwards. Okay, well, you reap what you sow then. It is currently at more than half health, which means it gets its better bite.
So I just want to say, so he just got swarmed, right? So he's probably screaming. I mean, that should probably alert our.
I would
fellow
say at this point, yes.
adventurers.
This is effectively sounds of combat as Uhtred lets out a cry as these things bite, claw, just hit them with the weight of like hundreds of rats and drop you unconscious as you go prone under a swarming pile of rats.
This is not good.
Greasy, like oily rats. at
Oh, they're
that.
nasty. They're real. This is death
Yeah,
house. You
you
think
can't
these
grab
are
onto
you
them
think these are
anymore.
clean rats? They're gross.
Yeah, I mean, they ran through all my oil.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and they are fully slippery from your oil. They definitely do get some oil on them though. Although I don't know if you want to light them on fire or not. They are currently coating your body. Uhtred, I need you to make a death save.
And what is that again?
If you look at your character sheet, under where like the next where the hit dice are, there's successes and failures. If you hover over where it says death saves, just click that.
Gotcha.
That is a 13. That is one success.
Dun, dun, dun.
Ingmar, you just heard "oh" thump as a body hits the ground. What do you do?
He's like, I'm minding my own business.
Also, Ingmar, this is before you healed, so I believe you're not 10. You're still at, I want to say 2. Monsieur
No,
Ingmar.
he was at 3.
Oh yeah,
I
no,
healed-
he was
I
at
healed
3.
him
Yeah,
for
you
3,
did
so,
get him up for 3.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I suppose it doesn't matter for now. I'll delay his action till after Agnes if he's away for a hot second. In which case, let's double back around for. Sorry, I can't fucking count. Agnes, you're next to a whole bunch of fucking rats that just knocked your friend out.
So I'm really tempted to just start swinging my hammer here.
Yeah, you can start swinging.
Yeah, so yeah, here we go.
That is a crit. It's gonna
Nice.
double your damage. Go ahead and click that button.
Oh, sorry.
Right, so that is 12.
Damn, that is one hell of a swing.
That is a swing. It is trying to swing into a swarm of rats, though, so they are resistant to most damage types. So that does 12, but it is reduced to 6.
Oh, gutted.
But if it's
Um,
double, right, that would have been 20.
That's
right, it
already
calculated
doubled.
already.
Yeah. It basically the macro rolls it already.
Yeah, you don't get double your first roll. You just get roll the dice twice.
Yes,
Sucks.
that
'Cause
is.
it would have been cool if you got 20. That would have been awesome.
That would have been wild,
Yeah.
honestly.
Really?
That would have been huge.
Now, do
I
you
mean,
do
honestly,
anything
still,
else?
this was pretty huge anyway. Okay, so I did delay Ingmar till after Agnes because I think you were stepped away for a second. So Ingmar, you do hear the sounds of combat.
Oh, okay.
Hold on, real quick. So Uhtred is stable right now, right? Or
Oh no, he's still bleeding out. You wanna
Okay,
read-
so I can, as a bonus action, I can cast.
Oh yeah, bonus action. You want to cast Spare the Dying?
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
spare the down.
After you do this hammer swing, you reach down, touch Uhtred. He is now stable at 0 hit points. No longer has to make death saves.
Okay, cool.
Unless the rats decide to keep hitting him, in which case he'll start bleeding again.
Okay.
Sorry, I double clicked, but Ingmard, it is you, and you are. Sorry, let me switch halves of the map. You're back over here. What would you like to do? So you can double move in 5e as well, so you can get up to
Yeah.
60 feet.
Let them know that clearly our newest companions got into some trouble and we should go help them.
Yes.
And so with that, says 45.
Yeah, so from the bottom, here, let me ping back over to the other side for stream's point of view. But from the bottom of those stairs, that would be 45 feet that you've moved.
All right. Perfect. So that'll put me down there.
All right.
And let them know that we are coming.
All right. Do you want to use the rest of your 15? You could make it 60.
Oh, yeah. Oh, and then you can't have your full attack, right? You can't do an
Well,
attack after
to
that.
get 45, you'd have already had to use 2 movements, so like you might as well use the last 15 feet.
Gotcha.
Basically, once you exceed 30 feet, that's using a second action, so that would stop you from attacking.
I'm going to move right here so I don't block the door.
Okay,
Real
that's
quick.
totally valid. Bodavin.
Yeah, I think Bodavin just kind of jumps into action and in step follows Ingmar, and so he should just be one.
Yeah, one behind, so
Yeah,
50
very
feet
behind.
gets you to the bottom of the stairs. Here, I can just drag you over.
Cool.
So 50 feet gets you to there. So you have 10 feet left.
Okay.
Although
I might
it's kind of in the way.
There better be.
Also,
Yeah,
I don't know if you were...
get as close as I can.
Okay, sounds good. I don't know if you're listening to this part,
Yeah,
Ethan, but
just-
since this is during the short rest, you haven't healed yet, so you're actually still at 3 HP.
So is Bodavin.
Correct. Yeah, Bodavin would have been whatever you had before.
3.
3 as well. Okay. All right. That is now the swarm of rats. I'm gonna say, let's mix it up. Agnes, you want to roll a D100?
He's like, nope.
Or someone else.
Oh,
can.
Agnes? Yeah. So, okay, rolling a D100. Okay, here we go.
Okay, so it is going to go for Agnes this time and not try to keep killing Uhtred, thankfully. So the swarm is going to move up and like kind of get all over Agnes. Are they still at above half health? They are. So this is going to be their better attack. 11 I don't think gets through your AC though. What's your current armor class? Your armor class?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, let me get back over there.
It would be on your core part, like middle page at the top.
Armor class is 17.
17? Oh yeah, they try to start chewing through your armor, and you are too well prepared for this. The rats do no damage.
I just picture him just like brushing them off with his hammer, you know.
Oh yeah, just casually like flinging them back to the ground. Thimble. I believe from your
Thimble
positioning, you'd be 45 feet away at the bottom of the stairs.
So right there, I'm gonna do my full 50 double, and then
Okay.
that's it. That's all I can do.
All right, Uhtred is currently still stable because you weren't bitten again, so it goes back to Agnes. Agnes, you're still covered in them. You could move out of their way. Swarms can't op attack mechanically. Basically, to op attack, something needs like reach, and I don't think they can. They don't have any reach. They need to be on you. So if you want, you can step out of the way.
So, okay. So I'm gonna step back to about here,
Okay.
I think, and then I'm gonna actually try to do. We'll shoot them with. Yeah, word of radiance, I guess. See how that works.
Okay. It's a con save. Are they immune to this? They're immune to a lot of stuff. They are not immune to this though. They take the full 2 damage. You see like that, bolt of white fire flies out, and a few of the rats are like, ah! As they like burn up. But there's still a lot of them left.
Their hair is singed.
Ingmar, you see the bright white flash of divine magic. What do you do?
Pop my head in to see what's actually happening.
You pop your head around the corner. See that? I mean, exactly what that token looks like. Just a horrifying swarm of rats climbing over each other.
Yep. Realizing I have no tools for this. Oh shit! I got nothing other than.
Do you have a
Actually,
melee weapon?
all I have is my spear, but it doesn't do much at all. I'll try and use the hand crossbow.
I don't know if you guys can.
I mean, so these guys are still covered in oil, right?
They are still
Yeah,
covered in
but-
oil. Yeah, I would say I don't think a perception check's required. So the radiant damage isn't gonna do it, but Ingmar, you would see that they are covered in oil.
Mhm.
I don't know if you have
That
anything to do with
changes
that.
nothing for me.
Okay.
Yeah, seeing
14
me
does
popping
hit.
in, okay.
Basically, I mean, you're firing into a huge crowd of rats. It's hard to miss. But it is a swarm, so that is halved. And you guys get the crappier thing because you're players, so it's gonna take 2 instead of 3.
And with that, I am going to pop back to these guys and let them know that there's a swarm of rats. Looks like they're coated in oil, and our friend. Oh, sorry, I didn't do this in accent and voice, but Uhtred is unconscious. The rats ate him,
You love to see it.
and that
What a botch job.
The end of the world, man. Uhtred's.
One job.
If this
Yeah, I
this
didn't pass
fucking
anything
quest
on.
to
I
get
need to work
cloaks,
on
top hats, and
We
fucking
were
kitchen
just
supplies had
supposed to
killed you.
take a fucking short rest.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, did they fuck
check
up my
the
top hat?
front door. He says, "Go downstairs." He says.
Did they
Now
fuck
he's
up your top hat?
unconscious
Hold
with
on.
rats all over him.
They did not fuck up your top hat. Ingmar looks in and he's just like, he also is like, also side notes, there's a crazy top hat next to him. It's really just high quality.
It is one fantastic top hat.
Such a fitting end to such a badass character.
Dude, I swear to God, if this Uhtred dies, it's Uhtred's
Bodevin.
brother, Lutrid, is coming.
Well,
Jesus Christ.
His
You know,
twin
but-
brother.
Yeah, that'll fit the serious campaign.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Bodevin, what are your thoughts?
Cautiously approaches the.
Hold on, you're at 3. You
Yeah,
sassy
Bodevin
boy.
just cautiously approaches the door, and he just kind of sees this botched job of a short rest on the floor, and this guy laying there dying that told him not to fucking touch anything earlier, and he's just like, I need to be the bigger person here, and he casts Angelic Guardian onto Uhtred.
Okay. What you guys see, or I guess only Agnes and Bodevin are gonna see from this angle. You hold it out, and you're like trying to, call upon your gods, your celestial bloodline here to manifest this. I'm gonna say in this case, what manifests is a glowing, semi-transparent white house cat that straddles his chest and hisses at the rats.
Oh my gosh.
Do you move? Sorry, you can still move as well if you want to use the rest of your movement to get away, or what are you doing?
Yeah, I'd just like to step back.
Okay. I was gonna say 100% it was gonna go for Uhtred because he's nearest, but honestly, the celestial manifestation might make it a bit scared, so I'm still gonna do a 50-50 roll on this. I'll just roll this time. Low half, it's gonna try.
This guy has to have little angel wings or something.
Oh yeah, well I mean it's translucent, glowing, and white. Do you also want angel wings?
Yeah.
You guys ask for so much.
It's just a glowing ball, is what it is. It's just a white glowing ball.
With angel.
Yeah, that works too.
All right. So, all right. Anyway, as I was saying, low half tries to keep killing Uhtred on the ground. High half charges Agnes. All right, it's gonna try to swarm over despite the Guardian, but it does give it a boost to AC. It is still just barely above half, so it's gonna do the better bite. 6 in no way is gonna get past your AC +2, so that is not gonna hit Uhtred. You are not bleeding out still.
Oh, I thought it takes the better half, which would be 17.
You are down, so it does get advantage. Is 17 higher than your AC +2?
Yeah, it's got me by 1. I should have.
Okay, in that case, you are back to bleeding. I'm gonna double check. I'm trying to remember if a hit is just 1 automatic failed save or 2 automatic failed saves. Taking damage while below 0 is you. Okay, so you automatically have failed a death saving throw right now. If it crits, it does two failed saves, but it didn't crit.
And that resets my one success from earlier, right?
It's being stable did reset all the successes and stuff. So you now have one failure, no successes.
Oh, Jesus. All right, okay.
Thimble. So Uhtred could
Thimble.
fees it unless you do something, Thimble. If he rolls an at 1 in 20 chance, he'll just die this turn.
Okay, I'm gonna try something.
Okay, lay it on us.
So Thimble's gonna go in, and he's gonna go up to the rats and say, "Hey, what's going on here? Like, what did he do to piss you guys off
'Cause
this
you can
much?
talk
I know he's
to
an
small-
asshole.
Talk to fucking animals, are you?
Yes.
He can talk to small animals.
This is
It is actually, they are a little bit more simple than I acted out the frogs last time. I realized. Ethan pointed that out. So you say that to them. Give me a diplomacy check. They're currently eating your friend and are pissed off.
Okay.
Diplom.
Where did it go? ABC.
Agnes is a little bit blown away by his tactics right now.
Is it something different here? Because I'm.
Oh,
seeing
sorry.
sex-
It is. It's not diplomacy. Oh my God. Why am I forgetting this?
Persuasion?
Persuasion. Yes. Thank you.
There it is. Jesus Christ. Fuck.
They don't even answer in your mind. They all turn around and just like.
Is that
He
a
doesn't
whole
even
attack,
speak
or can I
rat.
still hit him with something?
No, that's your standard action.
Fuck.
You can use the rest
I
of your
tried.
movement to back up if you want.
Yeah, I'm gonna clear the deck here.
clear the deck.
You guys hear Thimble like sprint into the room, try to talk to the rat. A bunch of angry rats growl at him, and then Thimble comes sprinting back out into your sightline.
There's no pleasing them. They're super pissed. I don't know what he did. They're not having it.
Oh my God.
All right, Uhtred.
He did spray him with oil.
1 in 20 chance. You might die right now. Close, but you're not dead. That is 2 failures, though.
That delay was killing me.
Dude, it delayed on my screen too, and I was like, oh.
Is that the
I
30
mean-
dice?
The delay was literally killing him, but
It was, yeah, it almost ended your life
Man.
for sure. That does bring us to Agnes. Agnes, you can stabilize him as a bonus action again, though.
So can I do bonus and then my primary action?
Just
Yes,
get rid of the
it doesn't
fucking
matter
rats,
what
guys.
order you do it in.
Get rid of the rats.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna do bonus and stabilize him real
All
quick.
right, spare the dying. Your hand glows. You reach out and touch your comrade. That resets those fail counts, Uhtred. So you're back at 0 successes, 0 failures, and you are stable. Are you going for a
Right.
hammer swing?
And then I'm gonna. Oh yeah, dude, I'm gonna swing the living tar out of these guys
All right,
here.
I'm
Hold on.
just moving your token for a hot second so I can affect health on this guy. That is a hit. Go ahead and roll damage. Okay, again, that is reduced, but at this point you can see you have for sure reduced the swarm by more than half. So it is not going to be as damaging now as it was. And I know we're kind of coming up on the 11 o'clock deadline here, so this will definitely be the last thing we do. It shouldn't take too much longer. Ingmar.
Are we not going to
Alright.
11:30?
We're going to go to 11, because I believe then people have to go at 11.
Ingmar,
And then from now on, we will do, instead of 3.5 hours, we're going to do 7 to 11 from now on, and then that'll be the full 4 hours instead of 3.5. Sorry, Ingmar, I interrupted you. Continue. Oh,
There we go.
There's a crit.
that's what we need.
That is very good. Okay, hit that roll. Oh, sizable too. 2 below max damage. Yeah, perfectly halves it to 5. You're almost like a kebab. This crossbow bolt skewers like 6 rats. The swarm is very close to losing cohesion and fleeing.
All right, with that, Ingmar would pop around the corner, letting them know that it is almost done. Just kill the rats. Aim for the swarm.
All right. Ingmar, pass the intel to Bodivin. Bodivin, it is your turn.
Yeah, hearing that, Bodivin, still concentrating and trying to keep the Celestial Guardian going for Uthred. He walks up to the door, peeks around the corner, and just tosses a sacred flame at the swarm.
Okay, that is gotta be a dex save. That is a pass. It's gonna take 1 damage as you just one rat. You hit it like just it fills with sacred flame and just pops. But the swarm is still up. Once again, it's got a 50-50 shot. I can't remember what I said last time, but it's gonna be low is Agnes, high is Uhtred. Uhtred, it stays on you. You do still have that extra +2 AC though going in that spot.
Oh my god, those rats hate you.
They're not.
Dude,
they're
what
not
is going
thrilled.
on?
They're not thrilled. 7 does not get through your armor though. All right, Thimble. Thoughts instead of talking to him this time.
Well, he's pretty pissed off at getting just blown off. So something about their mothers being whores, and then hit him with the Eldritch Blast.
Oh my god.
Dude, maybe you should try like the rat tinder or
wait,
something like that.
So okay, so you just hit these rats with an Eldritch blast, but they're swarming all over me.
It's force damage. It won't light you on fire yet.
Okay.
Yet.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
I guess that all. I mean, I was
Do I-
worried for a second. I was like, "Isn't that fire?"
Well, I mean, do I still not take damage from that?
Technically, no.
Okay.
The
So wait,
bodies
you
of
said
these
it's fire,
rats
though.
provide a lovely cushion for you.
Yeah. I'm skimming it
So
right over you.
you said it's fire.
It's not fire. It's force damage, unless you
Okay, sorry,
specifically
okay.
changed your blast to be fire, which I think is an ability some warlocks have.
Mine
Okay,
does not.
curious.
At least
Okay.
not the where I've seen it.
In that case, it basically just like slams a bunch of them like a force push against the wall. There are hardly any rats left in the swarm. They're still there. Uhtred, you were not hit, so you're still stable. Agnes.
All right, so, I guess I'm curious. I go over to my spells here. Is
Do you have any
Sacred
level
Flame?
1 spell slots left, or did you use both of those already?
I can heal him. Yeah.
Okay. So you have
Is that-
you
is
only
that so-
because you healed once. Have you used any of your other? Because you get 2 level 1 spells. Have you used any of other ones other than the healing?
I don't think he has. I think he's only used Spare the Dying and cantrips.
So that would be your go-to in this situation because A, it picks him up, so now he can actually fight back and save himself.
Okay, yeah. Sorry, guys. I probably should have done that earlier. So I'll go ahead and do.
You're fine. You're learning the character.
Yeah, you're fine.
Yeah,
It's all
you're
good fun.
So I'm gonna move because I think I have to be within touching range of him, right? Let me double check this real quick.
For Cure Wounds, yeah. Or what's
Yeah.
the equivalent of Cure Wounds this game? Heal? I don't remember.
No, it is
Okay.
Cure Wounds.
It is Cure Wounds? Okay, well.
Yep.
Look at me. Look at me nailing some 5e
Yeah.
content.
I probably should have done this earlier. Sorry, guys. All
You're
right,
good,
so
you're
Cure
good.
Wounds.
Alright, let's see what kind of healing this pulls off. I will say
Yeah,
canonically
so-
this happened before the rest. That gives you back 7. If you decide you didn't want to spend the hit dice then Uhtred, because you have 7 right now. If you still have 7 by the end of the fight, like your call on whether or not you would still use the die.
No, I would. I mean, I'm still using it. Or yeah, I mean,
Okay, but so you're up at 7. You're prone, but you're up below the swarm of rats. Ingmar. The rat's not looking good.
Gonna play the same game, and he's gonna step through the doorway, take a shot.
It's a hit. They are barely still up, unfortunately. You think if you'd
Sorry.
lined it up a little bit better, you could have gotten a few more of them, but they are still alive.
Okay.
Do you back up or stay there?
I'd back up to kind of make room for someone else to come in and do something.
Okay, Bodovin
Ingmar is smart.
also probably doesn't want to get knocked down again.
And Bodovin's just kind of following Ingmar's lead and does his best to toss another Sacred Flame in there.
All right, you toss the flame in there. Even if they had, I'll tell you right now, they have 1 HP. So even if they made the save, you would still finish them off here. The remaining rats scatter to holes in the wall, and we are out of combat. And everyone gets 10 XP.
Jesus Christ! Did we get anything for the broom?
You guys already got the broom, or did you guys? Did I give you guys the broom? Did I not? I gave you the armor.
Yeah, we got the armor.
Oh, okay. It's another 10 for the broom.
All right, so what are you all at?
I think you guys are at
60.
260, so you're 40 away.
Okay. I had it 240, sorry.
You're like
That works
one.
perfect.
If you did another fight that was on like the same tier as the armor, that would probably push you over, because that would give you about 40.
Push us all over to fucking the grave.
All right, so now those of you who wanted to use your dice, those successful rolls earlier do come back. I believe you got maxed out, Ingmar, during that rest. Bodovin, you went up to 5 from 3. And Uhtred, you have 7 now. Do you think you would still roll the dice at the end of this rest?
Yeah, I'd go ahead and just get full health.
Okay, yeah, then you're maxed at 10. So everybody's currently maxed except Bodovin, who has 5 out of 7. We're gonna call it there. I was pretty positive we wouldn't get through Death House in one go. It's a pretty lengthy dungeon.
I'm cool with that.
All right. So next week we'll pick back up. It's gonna be a little bit earlier. We'll do 7 o'clock next time. Already changed it in my calendar. And we'll pick it back up with Death House. With you guys now canonically past the short rest. I believe you guys are going back up to the 3rd floor. All right. Any questions before we wrap this thing up? I'll run a quick ad for those still watching.
No, I don't have any questions. I'm excited though. It's a very tough encounter for us to figure out each other's characters and how they play and their abilities, and then B, like, for Agnes to learn how to play.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely...
Surprise! Welcome to D&D.
Death House is definitely you're running the fucking gauntlet, but if you make it through the gauntlet, it's very good at bringing a party together.
I like it a lot.
And he's drinking from the fire hose right now, so...
Yeah, and it's even more tough that we're all level 1, right?
Yeah.
Because we're kind of limited in what we can do. I mean...
Yes, and in theory, so basically Death House is optional. You don't have to do it in Curse of Strahd. I was very keen to do it, though. In theory, by the end of Death House, if you guys do it well enough, you'll be level 3. Which will set you up very nicely to start exploring all of the area.
Oh, shit.
Well, we're just going to go find Strahd. We know where he's at, so...
Yeah, I'm sure level 3 party will wreck a man who's ruled this
Excuse me,
land
sir.
for hundreds of years.
I'll
Would
stick
you
my
mind
thumbs in this
moving?
fucking eye.
Let's do it. Go for it. Let's see what happens.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, everyone who's still watching. I'm going to want a quick ad. We'll be back next Tuesday at 7 o'clock. Thanks, everybody.
Thanks, guys. Thanks, guys.